Yo, what's good, my people? How are you doing? Karibu tena to another episode of the Liftcast. We are in episode number 8 na leo tuko na mzee mzima mwenyewe Joe Ripa, the men's physique champion, the East African Physique Champion 2024, man. Karibu to the Liftcast, bro.
Thank you.
Karibu, man. Yeah, tumekuja hapo kupiga gumzo tusikie mambo ya Joe Ripa iko namna gani. As you saw, pale MMEA, in the just concluded MMEA Mr. and Miss East Africa Bodybuilding contest, the man took down some serious beasts to snatch up the East African Physique Champion. Mazee unafaa utupe siri, bro.
Siri unasikia ni siri.
Tupe Hey, mazee, congrats, man.
Thanks.
That was one hell of a performance. Yeah, tuko hapa hivi the Liftcast, of course. Remember, we are always reminding you, if you want the best locally made athleisure, karibu Lift Apparel, www.liftapparel.co.ke. Tuko na mali freshi. And of course, this podcast is shot and produced by Sound Supply KE, the best in sound, DJ, photography, and videography. I go by the name of the Doctore. Na leo tuko na man like Joe Ripa hapa. So Joe, man, tell us, bro. Tell us. How did you actually pull this off? How did you pull it off? How did you actually come from top 5 in the last year, 2023, to number 1 in 2024? How did you actually do it?
Yeah. So I would say I started with a big game plan.
Yeah.
I knew where I went wrong from the previous show. Mainly size. I needed to put in some more size.
Yeah.
To be very competitive for the top prize.
Yeah.
So on my off season, I worked on adding a lot of size.
Okay.
Then I went ahead to analyze my competitors, to be honest.
Okay.
Look at their strengthhold, look at their weaknesses. Then come in just averagely best. That was the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. To be really honest, hiyo nayo kazi ulipiga. You really improved. And I mean, you really brought one hell of a package, bro. And of course, you guys saw, if you were at that competition, it literally took up to, like, I think 1 hour for those judges to actually pick a winner. It took a very long time for those guys to actually decide who was the winner of that category. It was one of the most competitive physique lineups I've ever seen in any competition in this country. And of course, man, once again, Maze, congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
That was one hell of a contest. How did you feel, going against? I mean, most likely, you've competed in how many shows so far?
That was that show.
That was the 3rd show.
Yeah.
So have you ever competed against Oyata, Wesonga, Kinades?
Actually, to be honest, I have competed against Wesonga once. Desmond, no. Oyata, no. I competed against...
And Hanif?
No, not yet. Maybe soon I'll...
001. Unasema 001 unaingia? Kama itakuwa
lazima ninaweza ku face some of these best athletes.
Yeah.
Because for you to be the top dog, you have to take down.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You got to you have to pay the price to be the boss.
Yes.
Ndio wanasemanga, eh? Yeah. So how do you think is gonna place? How do you think it's gonna go if you actually go against Hanif in 001?
I think at the moment I would say there are a lot of favorites for that title. I've seen Hanif is the defending champion.
Yeah.
If Richard is to come in,
yeah,
he's actually doing very well. He's already one of those guys that look like they would take the title. Oyata is still a favorite contestant.
Yes.
I am the defending East African champion.
Yes.
So you can't rule me out. And some other guys there that are looking very dangerous.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see who will take the title. But as usual, the person who comes with the best package. There's no stories, there's no last times. It's that day.
It's that day.
Yeah,
it's that time.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Acton and Vaba. Sikuongea mob.
Nikuje leta package.
Leta package, usilete maneno.
Usiseme we will see, you know, this is ni kitu tutaona.
Honestly, if that competition is something that is actually going to materialize and come about, it's going to be definitely one of the most interesting competitions. I hope guys don't skip out on it ati juu wanaona ni kama mambo yameanza kuchemka.
Even if they did skip, wanaweza kuja Mr. East Africa next year. I'll probably be defending the title.
Yeah.
So,
lazima udefend title bro. Huwezi acha tu iende hivyo.
So maybe anyone that feels that I didn't win, maybe I didn't deserve the title, they could come and get the title.
Wanaweza kuja
tuangaliane pia.
Muulizane maswali, mjibizane, lakini ni kwa stage.
Kwa stage
si maneno.
Si maoni online.
Si maoni.
Kwa stage again.
Hey bro, tell us about your training philosophy. Do you have a specific style of training? Uko na style yote ya kutrain yenye you will say is a bit different from other people? Like how is your split like?
I'll say my philosophy is hard work.
Yeah.
I'll look at the body timeline, like let's say during the off season, one of the things that I needed to bring up was the shoulders, the arms, and back is one of those muscles that you can never ignore in men's physique. I mean, you need a V-taper, you can't be lacking from the back. So the off season is to go as hard as possible on these muscles. So try and train them just once. Train back once, train arms once, but train them brutally. Train the shoulders once, and maybe chest once, then legs once. You can't have chicken legs because you're not
of course because uko physique unakuja na
then again legs. Analyze the body towards the show. Let's say this is like 6 months out. Now look at the muscles that are looking weaker. If the shoulders are still looking weaker, now let's say the side delts are looking weaker compared to anything else, I'll double the shoulder sessions to 2. If the back is strong, I'll keep it at 1. But again, even if the back is weak, now I'll have to have 2 back days, 2 shoulder days. So that is what I'm telling you, my philosophy is hard work. I'll put in as much work as possible towards the show until I don't have enough time to do anything. So if any muscle is dragging towards the show, the only thing is to try and hit it more. So that is the philosophy.
So basically you adjust as you go. Unaangalia vile mwili inakaa, you see what muscles are maybe lagging behind, if it's the arms, the shoulders, the back, there's the calves, and then you adjust as you go. You maybe decide maybe something needs a bit more attention, and then you place more attention on it.
You give it more time. Now you might double the sessions.
Okay. And excuse me, majority of the time you're training alone?
No, I have a very amazing training partner. Jamaa anaitwa Bivon. Bivon,
so I think it's a guy you usually training. You're posting stories with, I think he has dreadlocks.
That guy.
Okay.
So
did he compete?
He competed in May, Kamukunji. So this year he took a break from the MME. Next year is coming. Niambia anataka kuingia classic, and I told him some very serious guys are in that category. And he can't go there to lose.
Of course, that's true. You can throw yourself at the sharks, as Hanif will say. Nikweli, I mean, classic physique. Oh my days. Oof, classic physique sahi. It's a tricky one.
Hata kutaja jina, it's a bit. I think those guys, I would say they are doing an amazing job. It's I think the second time we're having classic physique.
Yes, I think so. Did we have a classic physique in Iron Shafi?
No.
In Iron Classic?
I don't think we
didn't.
We didn't.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still a very new category, relatively new, especially in Kenya, that is. And honestly, some of the guys when you wako hapo hivyo, Kina Simba, Guya, of course, man, Guya. Shout out to man like Guya. We just did a pod episode 7 with him. So I mean, Guya came in tip-top shape. That guy came in to carry the day. He had the aura, he had the posing, he had the symmetry, the conditioning, the density. hakuna vile wangeitwa kwa mkono za huyo jamaa. Hiyo kikombe alikuwa
It was difficult to beat the guy.
huyo jamaa walikuwa washamtumia depo ya prize money.
Yeah, but I think he moved like he has already won. You know, there is something about moving like you've won.
Yeah.
From prejudging, he was like, guys, this is my title.
Yeah.
And I think everybody believed.
Yeah.
From the fans to the judges.
Yeah.
I think even the other guys believed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was moving like he already got it.
Yeah, alikuwa jua game. Hii ni kama imeenda. Hii ni kama imeenda hii.
Hii hamna chance. Everybody believed. Hata wengine they were like, now it's like we wait for number 2 and 3.
Tuone na hiyo ndio tunaangalia.
Aura ilikuwa juu. The guy was stepping on stage like everybody look here. Shona mtu ako like, guys, I need the attention.
Yeah.
That is how he was moving.
Yeah. The guy had alikuwa na hiyo charisma, hiyo aura, that presence. Your presence here, you know when you bring the package but also you have the presence to deliver.
Alileta ile vibe ya Sibam, to be honest.
But pia zile vacuum zenye alikuwa anapiga.
Do you think he's going to be defending the title for a long time? I think he might.
I mean, unless now he moves on to bigger things. You know, unless he moves on to bigger things, because I mean, it's one thing, of course, to be competing locally. I mean, it's a good thing, of course, to be doing it and promoting bodybuilding locally, because I mean, bodybuilding, especially in Kenya, has been a bit dead for the longest time, and is now just beginning to, get that fire. In the last 3 years, of course, is when we've had the 3 consecutive shows, MMEA. But it's good to compete locally and, of course, just fuel that culture. But Pia, Guya is now looking to compete internationally, because actually, like, he's still on prep. He's going to be actually competing in
Portugal?
2 weeks. Yeah, Portugal and I think Romania.
I heard Anthony and Nico.
And Nico, yeah. Shout out to man like Nico. Shout out to man like Gashao. Yeah. So he's going to be now inalingana. Unajua kuna saa zingine maybe like anaweza enda huko mazi apate pro card, alafu maybe apate qualifiers like bigger shows or even za Olympia, Of course now to come now, zingine unasema tu acha niwaachie nione vile pia nyinyi mtasumbuana. Let's see if someone can actually bring that physique and bring that kind of package to equal him or to rival him in the near future.
They work on a kazi. There is work to be done. If somebody is going to dethrone him, it's going to take a lot of hard work, to be honest, because I think he has built for some years without competing. So he came in when he's almost at his prime. I would say he was almost at his prime.
Alileta package crazy.
Ilikuwa moto, to be honest.
Although even Simba was on.
Simba
alikuwa on pia.
He's very competitive. I think Guya akona hiyo advantage ya size. So those guys will have to find a way to cover that up again. But of course, always everybody can be beaten if guys do everything. I mean, that is what is interesting about bodybuilding. Like, there's no permanent positions.
There's nobody. Hakuna kikombea mtu. Hakuna kikombea mtu. It's just about hard work, dedication, discipline. If you're willing to to apply yourself and put in the effort, you're going to snatch it up. But pia, of course, genetics.
It a play role.
Kakitu hivi.
Na kasiri.
Lazima uweke ka salt bay pale.
Lazima uongee na daktari.
Lazima uongee na daktari bana. Ukikuja pale hivi ati umepiga dondomas. Utaoshwa muosho mmoja.
Wanakuambia next time. Lazima analyze game na utafute strategy yako.
Utapata bahati sana Mazoki za pito hiyo prejudging. Itakuwa ni muosho mmoja. One clean.
Asubuhi.
Mapema ndo best. Asubuhi na mapema unaambiwa ni aje. Wewe ni kama
wewe yako imeisha.
Ni kama hii registration fee umetuachia tu tukule tu. Sio sisi.
Tumefurahia participation.
Don't hate the players. Hate the game. Iko vile iko.
Iko hivyo.
Tuambie story ya nutrition yako vile ilikuwa like leading up to the game.
Okay. This time I always use chicken breast a lot. Na fish,
Yeah.
But to some extent fish is a bit expensive. Fish si kama chicken breast.
Yeah.
A kg might be like 850. Chicken breast apata 650 even. It's maybe 700.
Yeah.
This time we'll decide
Pale City Market.
naji sacrifice nikiuza shamba niuze. So like for the last 2 months it was almost fish.
Yeah.
Fish, sweet potatoes, I'll say a bit of rice and broccoli.
Okay.
Yeah. Then one thing this time I try to do is not cut my carbs as much. I would rather train harder. Rather add more minutes on cardio, more minutes on strength, more minutes on maybe another cardio.
Yeah.
But not cut high on the carbs because I thought that was one of the biggest mistakes I made last year. Yeah.
Okay.
You cut big on carbs, I think the muscle is going to go.
Uli prep solo?
Ulikuwa na coach? Hiyo swali ni noma. Inaleta a lot of dynamics.
Kwa nini?
Okay, so I had somebody that alikuwa ananisaidia. I would say a good guy. But not necessarily coaching me, but consultation. Yeah. This is how the body is looking. Ananiambia, in my opinion, tunaweza fanya hivi.
Okay.
Then something very interesting happened. During peak week, wakaamua kucheza michezo ya town. Wakanitoka. So I wouldn't say they were my coach necessarily because I felt that walikuwa na compare, wako na another athlete in my category, wako like, I'm not sure if this guy is going to win, so acha tu nimtoke.
Ala. Last minute?
Dakika 87.
Ay. Extra time?
Piga simu, ashiki, text, ashiki. Kwa like, okay, ujamaa anatakaje, anasema kitu. Anasema tumwekeza mboga tukakataa.
Za cabbage.
Hajaongea huyu.
Hajitisha cabbage.
Hajasema hana cabbage, tukamwambia tuma namba. So he left.
That's crazy,
naye
bro.
Mungu na mambo yake pale.
Mungu ni nani?
Athlete wake pale stage tukamuua. Mada.
Mada was the case.
It was mada.
Hey. Yana uliua kweli.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though.
But it's something in the Kenyan bodybuilding.
Lakini mbona utoke mtu last minute surely?
You would communicate to say
kwa sababu let me tell you something. You see, okay, I know peak week can break or make your package. I know that. But if you have a general understanding of how to prep and how to do peak week, which of course there's even a lot of information out there. If you look for the science, it's there. If your package is already good 1 week to the show, most likely your package is going to be good on the show.
It's unlikely that kuna miracle ita happen.
Yes, exactly. Of course I know kuna vile like I totally understand we can definitely fuck up peak week. Kuna watu washai fuck up peak week, kuna kuja uko flat ama uko soft. It happens.
Kama Anthony nilisikia hiyo kesi. I heard that kama alifuck up with peak week. I heard coach akisema hawakuongea hivyo. Yes. They were expecting him to come in a bit harder. Yes, nilisikia coach akiteta huko kwa backstage. I think he fucked up kidogo kwa peak week.
Oh damn. Okay. Yes, sikuwa nimesikia, but I know it's something that you can do. Unaweza like you might retain too much water, or or you spill over carbs. Unajua ujaze too many carbs na so anza kukaa soft. Ama like there's things that can happen.
A lot
can happen in peak week, but there's a high likelihood that if you're looking good during in the start of peak week, you're most likely going to be looking good on the show. Unless sasa ujaribu tu out of nowhere uamue utaanza kukunywa snake oil.
Must experiment zako mpya.
Mpya ndio umeanza, alafu all of a sudden like umekuwa ukienda fiti, mambo iko poa nini unajua sasa ikianza ni peak week unaanza kucarbload pole mambo yako. But uamue tu unajua nini hii style ina bo. Wacha nilete style mpya.
Wacha niangalie nani walifanyaje 2019. Inaweza kukosa. If you stick to what you've been doing, ukabap to see, it's not complicated.
It's not complex.
I think it's a bit overrated. Because kuna say they don't work hard until wanagoja peak week.
Hiyo nayo ni dawa hiyo.
Wapige miracle.
Hiyo nayo ni uongo. Hiyo ni uongo.
I think.
That's a lie. There's only so much you can do in such little time, bro. Come on, prep. That's it. If you didn't prep, you didn't prep. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, so anyway, tuongelee story ya recovery imekuaje? Umepiga machapo dondo nini?
Nime over recover na chapati. I don't know, for some reason I was missing chapati. Sijui, the body is funny, yeah? I'm not a big fan of chapati, but after the show the body was like, ni kama tutakula chapati. From the show up to now sikosi kama 40 chapatis.
Zimeteseka.
Kuna jamaa wangu anaitwa Leon. Nikienda kumwangalia nikiketi hivi tu anakuanga na shop across, kuna mtu muzia chapo across, nikikaa hata before ni seto namuita anajua nitaitisha tu chapati.
Chapat. Leta chapat.
So yeah, and a bit of sleep here and there. Pia tukistrategize next step. Tuna kwenye off season itaanzia. We do an international show. So recovery is unajaribu the mind, the body, everything go back to
back to where it's supposed to be. Ume have kwenda therapy. Nikasikia watu after show inabidi waende therapy.
Kufanya watu wanaenda therapy kwa nini? Hiyo ni kwa wako wanakubali loss. Umeambia watu kwenu una win, umepiga simu nyumbani wachinje mbuzi. You are about to win.
Kina kuramba.
Judge anasema tag number 5 step back.
Unajua ni kama kimeumana. Wadau ni kama kimeumana. Hii ni kama imeenda. Imegulwa.
Unajua hii?
Haki iligulwa.
Hii ni kama next time. Unaanza kublame lighting nani? Ruto Kalonzo alikuja. It's a very interesting game. It's a very interesting game.
Okay. Inaeleweka lakini I know kwanza sana there's nothing as crazy, of course when it comes to anything competitive it's good to just set your mind on your target, and it's good to also believe that you're going to win, but also a good champion also needs to know that as much as they can win, they can also lose.
That is very important.
Your mentality.
Yeah, knowing that anything can be the outcome. It doesn't matter how hard you went. There is a possibility of you losing. Nivo. And I think that makes you a very unbeatable person.
Yes.
Because during your training, you also have to train hard, knowing that even if I'm doing all this work, I could still lose. So in your head, you're like, just in case, let me add more work. But you move like, I have to win. No, you don't have to win. You might lose even at your best. Because your best might not be someone else's best.
Their
best might be better than your best.
That's true. That's true. Kuna vile, I mean, it's a very tricky it's a very tricky place to put your mind or to place your mind in such a way that you're doing your best to get the best outcome, to go for the best outcome, to win, to take the win home. But also you need to put your mind in such a place that you should be able to accept a loss, It's a tricky place. I mean, it's a very tricky place, given the amount of work, especially.
You put in it. I think there's one thing I always do. I was telling a friend the other day, I'll do everything I can. Spend the money I can on that show, train as hard, sleep as much, do everything because I want to make peace with myself. Before the show, the show is tomorrow, I want to sit down and say, now from here, whatever the outcome, God knows, I know, the guys who are around me know, we did everything. The outcome is not in our control. If the judges say it's you, it's you. I mean, what else could I do?
I know.
So again, you make peace with the loss. You win, you lose. If you saw me on stage, I was still very calm. I was like, past year, there is nothing I can do. I did everything. Then my everything was what the judges were looking for. It might have been easily the other guys. It didn't have to be me. And I have to make peace with this. That this is not our day. We were at our best. This is not what they wanted.
Yeah.
Problem comes when you know you didn't do the best.
Yeah.
You have fights going on in your head. You're like, that day if I didn't take that pizza,
Yeah.
I think I would be leaner today. Yeah, when you are compromising, now you start fighting in your head. You're
Yeah.
like, if I slept early on that day,
Yeah.
maybe I would have won.
Yeah.
You didn't do everything to
Yeah.
some extent.
Yeah.
You are compromising now.
You're
and then.
compromising. You are taking some shortcuts.
Yes.
You are
So,
you are not
now
in
it's-
your best shape.
Yeah, now it's catching up with you.
Yeah.
You're like, I think there's something I would have done.
Yeah.
But if there's nothing,
And that can eat you up as a man, you know.
a lot.
Oh yeah.
I also think the other thing is when you put one thing I tell guys I would prefer to be quiet is because not that I'm not confident in myself, but I would say you'd rather under promise and overperform rather than over promise and underperform. It's very risky, even to your mental health, because guys will be like, Doc, you said you're dangerous.
What
You're
happened?
Not even in top.
What happened?
You're not in the finals, Doc. You lied.
yeah,
We
I
came
know.
to see you. Where are you? You see, it's going to eat
Yeah.
to your confidence, your ego. Because
I
you're
know.
like, am I not good enough?
Yeah, I know.
But it's you who overpromised.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you under-delivered.
Exactly. But if you told guys, I'll do my best, you guys come.
Yeah.
Then you win. You'll be like, that guy is very dangerous, but he doesn't move like he is.
Yeah.
Bro, you didn't even say much.
Wanitangwa sleepers.
Yeah.
He's a sleeper.
Yeah. Even if you're top 5, they'll be like, was he that good?
Yeah.
But if you 12 guys, no one there can kill me. And then they're like,
And then they slay you.
Then you're now struggling for top 6. They're like, our guy just talks a lot.
Good Lilibamba. You know, big up man like Gashao, you know. Of course, things did not really go the way he expected. You know, things were a bit tough for him. But I really respect him because in the follow-up, he has a channel that they usually post with Nico and all that. I don't know if you've seen it. Yeah, and he was saying, so I mad respect to him because he was actually saying, you know, there's a part he said, it was funny to me, but he said, unajua nilikuwa nimeambia niggas naenda hapo kuwa smoke like ni wakani smoke.
I had that part. Now he was the one on the smoke.
Ilinimaliza.
It's very interesting. Niliona pia like 2 days to the show. Now you know, of course you're going to check what the competitors are saying.
Yes.
Wengine naona wamesema, I'm the dream killer.
Yeah.
It's nothing we can say now.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, I'm the king, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see, because now you're pulling the attention to you. Like, guys want to see, what do the king have? Can the guys actually beat the king?
Yeah.
Can guys turn it around to the dream killer? Like,
Yeah.
you've put yourself out there for guys to maybe judge you. It's tricky. I think you'd have to not be sleeping to say such things. You will need to like work 24 hours for you to say such a thing.
Yeah.
Because you will need to prove your words right. It's
Yeah.
going to be very expensive if you don't.
Yeah, but of course, you know, bodybuilding is also a very vain sport. You know, it's all about, you know, your body, how you look, the package you're bringing, and you know, it's a one-man team. You know, I mean, when you're on stage, it's a one-man team.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in the gym, when you're uko prepping, nini, you might even have a team of even 10 people. So you prep coach, posing coach, training coach, this coach, that coach, all those things. Even mentality coach. I mean, probably even like physios or psychiatrists and all that, all of those things, psychologists and all those things. But when you're on stage, it's a one-man team. It's uko hapo peke yako.
Wanna represent now everybody.
Yes, hao wengine wako huko. Now you're here to present the work that they've been putting together all this time. So of course, given like the, you know, the nature of the game, I think, you know, some people, I guess it depends on who you are and how you think and your perspective, but some people will, you know, they can be like a bit more, you know, talkative, you know, they may be talking, you know, like some people are like wanataka kubonga sana, you know, they want to talk, you know me, I'm coming to smoke, guys, I'm coming to finish you, but also there's maybe guys like you who might just, prefer to, mi wacha tu ni come, mi tutapambana. It is what it is. Tutapambana tu hapo. Unajua sasa hiyo siku ikiwa ni mtu mwenye anakaa center stage ni mwenye anakaa center stage. Mwenye anaambiwa step back ni mwenye anaambiwa step back.
But I think those guys are very important. Like, I don't think there's anybody who marketed that game like Gashao. I think he brought a big fan base to the show. He did a good job. Yeah, it was very necessary. Whatever the outcome was for him, I think his biggest role was supposed to hype that game. Not even the win. His biggest role was what he did.
Yeah, but also I have to say, I think Gashao still brought in a decent package. Of course, it wasn't complete. It wasn't as appealing as what the judges might have wanted it to be. But I think that package, like, it was so good. And honestly, I think if he actually just, like, chips at it just a little bit more, kidogo tu, akiweza kuja, if he polishes it next year, he can definitely take his category.
Yeah, and I think also he was in, for his comeback, because he hasn't competed in a while, he was coming back in a very tough lineup. If you look at that lineup, you have the defending champion. I think Simba is here. I think OK is here. I think there's a guy by the name Barak. It was a top lineup. There were no... I think it was a pro lineup.
It was a pro lineup. Yeah.
The game was tough from prejudging.
It was a tough setup, that's for sure. It was a tough setup. I mean, well, it is what it is.
But the dude did an amazing job.
He did an amazing job. And of course, hyping it up, Mazee, just from the get-go, yani, just the clout. Yani hadi kuchokoza wase wa TZ.
Akiwaambia na watuma
majura
na kutuma retirement.
Na kuja kuwa smoke.
At the moment, he's a very important man kwa hizi game. I think he's also taking the industry to some level that...
Yeah. And we need it.
Very much. He's come up with discussions that zimetupwa chini ya vitanda for the longest time. He's able to, like, guys, let's talk about this. What's going on here? What's going on there? I think it's very respectable. Yeah,
because also, like, most of the world has already gotten there. Most of the world has gotten to the point where people are a bit more open and honest about what is going on, about enhancement. Like, gone are the days that, people believe that Arnold was natural or whatever, these days people are a bit more open about these things. And, it's good for... It's good for him to, put that information out there, and also kuleta your clout ya bodybuilding,
like, ameipeleka next level. I don't think kuna a time imepelekwa hivyo. Yeye na Nico, and now you guys, I think you're making this thing a topic.
Tunajaribu, man. We are trying. It's the game and we love it. It's the game and we love it.
Big up. You guys are doing an amazing job.
Asante, man. So what would you say was like your secret formula to to put these guys that maybe you've competed with in previous games and probably, like, you are huko maybe top 5 or 6 or other positions, and now you come in and rise to the top and you snatch up the crown? What would you say is is it putting guys like Kina Oyata and Wesonga off or whatever? What is it, more of a mental game? Is it about, what will you pin it down to?
I would say I would think I mentioned before. Now I can break it down to you. I sat down. I knew my general weakness was size. But I know, looking at the lineup, even previously, I was not the smallest. But I know generally I needed to get bigger, right? But now there is the small details. So I know Yota is coming. Like, I knew early enough. Somehow somebody told me that guy is going to be there. I knew Wesonga is coming. I know Strong has to be there. The guy was number 2. You were with him last year. Des. I would say they were the top 4 guys that I knew would be going for the title. So I analyzed them. Starting with Wesonga. The guy is very strong from the back. Arguably, he was one of those guys. He was in top 3 from the back, right? But he was not in top 2 from the front. That I know. So what does that mean? I only want to cover this guy from the back. He's strong from the back.
Yeah.
I want to cover him from the back, then beat him from the front because he's not going to be as strong from the front. That is exactly what I did. I don't really want to beat him from the back. I just want to cover him.
Okay.
I'd probably be second to him
Yeah.
or that from the back.
Yeah.
That is him. We go to Jay.
Yeah.
Jay is untouchable on the core,
Yeah.
right? I know. I know his chest is good, but I can match it. His front is going to be the best guy from the front. So what do? I can't beat him from the core. I would cover from the front with obliques. So what do? Do put 3 days for training obliques. Probably have the best obliques. It happened. So probably I'm second to Jay from the front. What does that leave me? Where does that leave me?
At the back.
I am like probably number 2 from the back.
Yes.
Maybe next to Esonga or Desmond,
Yes.
whoever, it's
Yes.
fine. The second from the front with Jay.
Yeah.
But again, Jay is not strongest from the back.
Yeah.
I'll beat him. See,
Yeah.
I covered Esonga from the back,
Yeah.
covered him from the front,
Yeah.
beat him from the back.
Yeah.
So both of them,
Yeah.
they are average best.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
None of them is beating me from all the angles.
Yeah.
I'm still there.
Yeah.
Cover
It's
one
like
from
it's
the
like
front.
you have a bit of everything.
Exactly.
Yes.
For both of them.
Yes.
Man Strong was, I would say when I saw him, I knew he's going to be the biggest challenge. He didn't have a strong back last year. That is why I thought I had him. Then I saw him and I'm like, this guy is looking dangerous. So I knew it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fight because I was like, I can beat him from the back easily. We can fight from the front. Now he's very dangerous from the back.
Yes.
And I'm a bit worried because I'm like, the game plan is not going as I thought. So I think at the end of the day, it was me and him.
Yes.
My analysis was quite right. It was
Yes.
me and him from the
Yes.
front, from the back, from the obliques.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if I lost to him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I only felt I was having him more on the obliques.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, in physique, height is an advantage.
Yeah, I had an advantage.
If we are on the same level in terms of the body, I might have you because of the height. Then again, something like how much you engage the fans. Yeah. So for him, I was okay with either way.
Yeah.
Then there is Desmond. Des was very good from the back. But I knew he can't really beat me as much from the back. It's not going to be lights out between me and him from the back. It's going to call for another angle.
Yeah.
It's not where you're like, this is game over. So I knew I'll be competitive against him from the back.
Okay.
But the front, I knew I would beat him. Why? Because of the core.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, in men's physique, the 6-pack is almost a necessity.
Yeah. of
You
course.
can't say that the waist is small, but the core has to have, you have to have the visible abs. You have to find a way, man. It's very difficult for you to like nail it if you don't have the.
Yeah.
So I knew that's why I'm having him.
That's now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was, I think my game plan was, it was almost.
Yeah,
perfect.
his abs were a bit washed out.
They were not very clear.
Yeah.
From the word go, I would see, I saw, was like from his last show, I'm like, his obliques are great,
But
but
his
the abs are not coming as close to the obliques. So I'll have him from that angle easily. Yeah. Then to be lucky enough, I think he wasn't very dry. Dry, he would be a problem. I think if he was drier, he would be in top 3 if you asked me. Yeah. Because his shoulder waist ratio was
It was on
perfect.
point. It was on
It was
point.
dangerous.
It was very good.
Yeah, if he was a bit crispy, you would be a very big problem.
Yeah.
I think that is what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'll
honestly.
say it was analysis.
Yeah.
And then it was my day. Sometimes you might do your analysis and then it's not your day.
Yeah.
It happens a
Yeah.
lot.
Alafu kikurambe.
Unaweza analyze ukute hata none of those analysis. The guy who thought is weak from the back, unaona mgongo unakimbia huko.
Sawa. Lakini ulikuwa amepiga hesabu zako.
I did a lot of
Ulikuwa amepiga
calculations.
hesabu.
During training, I would think of everybody. I'm like, these obliques are going to separate me from this person.
Yeah.
I was very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even my shot, to be honest, I had a bit of a shot that is not very long. That I was very intentional. Nilijua kuna watu watakuja na chicken legs.
Yeah.
I knew the game might go to that level.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It comes down to the smallest advantage.
Yes, it's bodybuilding. It's how you're peeling from head to toe. Judges will be like, something is not complete in this guy. Maybe it's legs. But they are not supposed to judge legs.
Yeah.
But before they remember, it's game over.
Yeah.
They're like, this guy is flowing from top to bottom. But
Yeah.
they forget that the legs were not supposed to be part of that.
Yeah.
It's you to confuse them.
Yeah. But also it's you to just present a full package.
Exactly.
You know, just, I mean, if you're showing a bit of a teardrop and all that.
Yeah. They will like that.
Yeah, they will be like, this is a fuller, complete, more professional package.
Yes. Yeah. They will forget that, hey, you are not supposed to judge legs. They are looking for a great physique. Everybody will be like, this is looking better than that. But the difference is actually the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew some guys would just bring in some chicken legs and try to hide. If it gets to there, then I have them. Yeah. I wouldn't wear a shirt that is going to hide the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you switch categories?
I definitely, yes. I would love.
What will you move up to?
I would go to classic.
You move to
That
classic.
is, I know it's tough. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I respect those guys a lot,
Yeah.
but you have to work hard.
Yeah. I know.
Again, you said no one is unbeatable.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody is free game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might not be immediately, but
Yeah.
gradually you might actually beat them if you want it bad enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I respect that category. Those guys are fire. Anybody in that category at the moment, I was looking at them and like, I think they got the memo right.
Yeah.
From the word go, they were like, this is classic. Yeah. Very, very, very nice lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next year, I'm not sure. I might defend the title, then do a first show in classic.
After that.
No, same day. I'll
Same day.
defend the title and then,
Really?
yeah.
Oh wow. Oh okay. Hey, okay. Hey, sawa. Okay, sawa. So basically, being two categories, like what Guya did.
Exactly. Now shifting. If I defend it there, even if I don't, I'm gone. It's just trying now to tell these guys I'm coming.
Yeah.
This is
Test the
where-
waters.
Yeah. See how they feel, how it feels to be in classic now.
Utaleta straighted glutes.
Nitajaribu kukimbiza hiyo size yangu ya kwanza. Striated glutes pale zitakuokoa. The guy is a monster, bana. He's big for. You will need to be big. For you to look like you're serious against him, you will need to eat.
Yeah.
It might look like you're joking, guys. And I tell that guy to move this.
Yeah. Honestly, when it comes to meals, man, like, dude, generally bro, to put on that size either way, you need to be like, bro, you need to be serious with everything.
No, you need to be.
You need to be serious with everything. You need to eat. You need to do everything to the letter, but especially eating. Hey,
You will need to eat. If you look at
Like if you chill with Guya, he cannot go 3 hours without eating. Yeah, he can't. I've been with him so many times. He always has his food every time.
By his lift style, the guy would bench up to 4 plates. You can tell it's serious business from even at his training. You can tell he's a big guy. Yeah. 4 plates is arguably among the strongest guys in the country. To be honest,
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely. He's 0 point something percent. It's definitely below 1%.
yeah, that can do 4 plates on each side.
4 plates is ridiculous, bro.
It's crazy, right?
Hey, 4
Even the
plates.
strong men, I
Hey,
don't
4
think a lot
plates
of
is
guys
crazy.
can do 4 plates.
4 plates is crazy. 4 plates is crazy because that's what, 160? No. It's,
Or let's say 180.
180 plus bar.
Yeah. It's sick. It's not. That is the kind of animal you're hunting.
Yeah. And you're talking about someone who's doing it for reps.
Yeah, it's like
For reps.
7, 8 up to 10. That is who you are going against. So again, it's a big call.
Oh, damn. So how's what are your plans in with the off season, and how's like your approach to off season? Because you're not going into off season, right? You're not.
Yeah.
Ama you're looking to. You had mentioned you might be planning to maybe do some shows abroad.
Yeah, I think for physique.
Is it something that you're looking to do right now? Ama it's something.
No, next year. Next year, I'll probably do one show international.
Okay.
That is men's physique. I would still have to I think the local show, precisely the MME,
Yeah.
is looking like a very good show.
Yeah.
So I might still be there
Okay.
to defend the title and now maybe to start learning That's the classic physique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you started practicing the poses?
The poses I'll talk to Nguya. It's still early. Oh, who else was a good? I think Simba is also a very great poser.
Simba is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean Simba is good. I mean his posing is. I mean he's quite good. He's quite, but those poses, the way Guya was pulling them off, dude. That guy has taken time to learn them.
To learn them.
Oof, yeah. But what I know is, I mean, almost all information. I mean, it's good to have someone physically there with you, but almost all information you can easily find it online.
Yeah. If you want it
You know,
bad enough,
you can easily find it
will
online.
get it.
I mean, these are things you can just go on YouTube and you just mimic the poses. But now, of course, it helps to actually have feedback. Kukuwa na mtu mwenye uko na yeye hapo, alafu anakuambia ni aje, hebu piga hiyo pose, anakuambia well, you're not pulling it off nicely. You need to change it kidogo. But if you go anywhere where there is a mirror, you can easily just try and just keep looking at yourself when you're pulling off those poses. Kina Arnold poses. These are kina Frank Zane. The vacuums. Yeah, but your vacuum now lazima
Kuna
upractice.
kakazi hapo.
Hey, vacuum si mchezo. Vile nilikuwa chikiguya mazee anaipiga. It's not a game. It's not a game. Hey, vacuum lazima upige tease.
So anybody who is after that guy to just know it's no monkey business.
Hey, yeah. You must practice that shit. People see bodybuilders doing things and they think that they just stepped on stage and they just went like, until that spread.
Yeah.
Unaweza kuwa mazee hata you're actually holding on to some muscle, but if you've never done a lat spread,
It's going
hauwezi
to be-
fanya.
yeah. And
Don't
especially
lie to yourself.
when things go unexpected, like our category, we didn't expect is going to take that long. So I think some
Yeah.
point guys now are like, okay, tufanye nini? It's now, I think we're almost fatiguing. By the time
Yeah.
we were doing the last round,
Yeah.
I couldn't feel my back. I
Yeah.
wouldn't tell you if I'm pressing the back or the connection was going. Because this is back to back.
I
Turn,
can
move.
I can imagine the abs.
Yeah, abs you can, because you see the abs are a bit like, I think it's easier to connect the abs.
Than the
back
back.
was the problem. Especially when you hold it longer
Yeah.
and the muscles are activated.
Yeah.
You are losing it.
It's
in the
like you're
mind.
squeezing
Exactly.
continuously.
In the mind, you're
it's like a
losing.
constant contraction.
Yeah, you're losing that point. You're like, is it exactly that point where the back is looking amazing or not?
Yeah.
I think guys, it was getting into the guys' head. If you look at the guys' faces, they were starting to look different. They were
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, is it exactly what we were expecting? And the judges noticed that. Like, guys, go and have a break and come back.
Yeah,
I think
come
they
back.
noticed it.
Yeah,
The guys were
yeah.
like now getting this already.
Yeah, because I mean, it's for people who don't know, man. When you're doing bodybuilding and you're on stage, posing is not a joke. Posing is a very, very. It's like one of those, like when Bolt says it can take years of training for you to just get 9 seconds of glory. Posing is definitely. It's also just as hard. It's not something that you just go on stage and you just do. Holding a pose continuously for a lot of time is extremely exhausting. And if you can actually get up close to those athletes, most of them are usually drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
Like they're just sweating. From where I was, I could see guys were sweating because me, I was uko nyuma.
No, we had to get a break. It was crazy. Judges were like, go and wipe the sweat, guys, then come back. It was that serious.
Damn. That was one of the most competitive physique.
But I think I loved. Guys are actually.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good athletes in physique. I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two guys even have. We had up to top 7. We didn't have top 6.
Yeah.
It was top 7. The judges were not sure if not to award number 7. They had to tell him to leave the stage later on. Yeah. They're like, this category, we don't even. They had to break the rules.
Yeah.
Because now, Jay, Desmond, and Wesonga had to be in the finals. But there was supposed to be 2.
They're supposed to be?
2 of them. Only 2.
Oh.
But now the judges are like, I think one of these guys is too good for one of the number 2s in the other 2 categories. You get? So they're like, okay, we are having the 7.
Yeah.
We're not sure if this guy doesn't beat the number 2 in the other category. So we had 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be 6.
2, yes. It was supposed to be 6.
Damn.
It was that crazy. That category was quite tough.
Yeah, it was one hell of a competition, that's for sure. I mean, if you missed that show, oof, you definitely need to go on YouTube and look it up. I think Nico posted some snippets.
Yeah, I saw it
Yeah,
today.
for the physique lineup. So yeah, shout out to man like Keep Fit with Nico. Go check out his YouTube channel. He has some amazing content up there. And of course, Gashaw as well posted some as well. He's also posting some highlights. And while you're on there, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to make sure that you get a notification every time we upload. So, bro, let me ask you this. Growing up, how's your upbringing? Like, where did you grow up?
From central Kenya.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I think bodybuilders are not believed to be from those areas.
Interestingly, the other day when we were having, I don't know whether you saw it, we
Hanif.
posted a snippet of Hanif being told the same thing about coming from the coast. Hiyo ni michezo ya Wajaluo na Waluya. Ati hatuwezi toboa.
No, it's
Mwanaume nakula sima nzima.
utoboi.
Utoboi.
Yeah. It's an interesting game because, to be honest, genetics are very important.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
hard work is coming very close to genetics, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you really work hard, we can only tell you don't have good genetics.
Yes.
If you put in so much work. And if actually somebody has great genetics and you almost doubling the work,
Yes.
you might cover this.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, you can't say you are not going to be a bodybuilder because you think you don't have the genetics. The only way you're going to know you don't have the genetics is actually if you do it. You're like, bro, no,
It's
this
not
is
working.
not it. You can't sit down and say I don't have the genetics. How? You've not tried.
You've not tried. You've not put it. You've not given your best.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you look at it, I have seen a lot of diversity in bodybuilding. Hanif is from Mombasa.
Yes.
Gitao is from Nakuru. Is it Nakuru?
Yes. Yes.
I am from Central.
Yes.
Who else? I think Guya is from Western, right?
Guy is from Siaya, if I'm not wrong.
I think Simba is from a different area.
Yeah.
I think it's diverse.
Yes.
It's not exactly like a game of where you come from. It's a game of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you can't come and say you're gifted here.
Comes down to the discipline, the commitment, and the sacrifice.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm from Central Kenya.
Yeah.
I would say the upbringing was very great by teachers.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yes, by two teachers.
Two teachers?
Very strict guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Of course, if they are teachers, great expectations.
Yeah.
They're like maybe a pilot, a doctor.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then cleared high school in around 2013 there.
Yeah.
Went to campus then now. That is when I realized I'm actually meant for something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you doing in campus?
I used to play football. Then there's this guy called, I don't know if you've heard about him, Untamed. There's a guy called Untamed.
Untamed, yeah, I've seen the brand.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've seen the brand online.
Yeah, so we were with him in campus. Very great friends.
Okay.
So it was like, we need to build a bit of leg power because now we need to shoot a lot. We used to be in midfield. So
Okay.
Like, we can't be shooting.
You are like a center forward or something.
Somewhere in the midfield.
Yeah.
to
Or
work.
center
That
defensive
is-
mid.
Yeah, so like you need to have a bit of power.
Yes.
So like the gym has to play a role.
Yes.
Yeah. That is how we started doing Lyft. So we're going to
What year was this?
2015.
2015.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
there used to be some funny gym near the cafeteria. So we do a bit of lifts.
Which uni? KU
No, I was in Embu University.
or Embu?
Yeah. So I used to do a bit of it. Then I was like, I'm getting carried away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would miss football and I would go lift.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Wow.
I think we clicked automatically with fitness. It was now taking me away from the game. It was like
So this guy for Untamed, what's his name?
he's Wafula.
Wafula.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wafula. He's a light skinned guy, right?
Yeah,
He's a light skinned guy. So basically, you used to be in campus with him,
Yeah.
and you used to be you were playing football with him and started training with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. In 2015. Okay. And
The
then
purpose was just get a bit strong for football.
for football, for soccer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then for me,
Playing for the uni.
for me now, the gym started becoming more priority than even the football. So was like, when they were training, I would get late because I was at the gym. Yeah. Eventually now, by 2017, I was fully bought in. Like, I was more about the gym rather than football. I would like maybe play twice a week, lift up to 4 times. Yeah. But now you see it's taking much of your time because of the finances.
Yes.
Because I would have to walk a long distance. Like from here up to, where would I say? I don't know. But let's say up to...
How many kilometers?
Could be 10.
10.
It was far.
From
Embu University
From
to town. And then back.
To go to the gym?
To go to the gym.
Wow.
So now it's around, let's say 4.
Yeah.
I'll be back maybe at 6 or 7. Now I can't play football.
Yes.
I have to walk because maybe the gym is 50 bob. You know, comrades' budget, they are very tight. You don't want to play those games. And the budget is quite tight, so you have to do your maths properly. Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to have a very good guy at the gym. I would go for up to a month without paying. Then, because he knows I don't have money, but he can see I'm passionate.
Yes.
Then when he has gigs, we used to do the bouncer kind of jobs. So when he has gigs, he'll be like, come. Kumbe nataka kunikata mshahara. Nafikiria kuna kazi, kumbe nataka kulipa deni.
Anakwambia sasa unajua kuna kale kadeni ketu.
Sini anapewa pesa. Ananiangalia.
Wewe shika hii kwanza.
Si ananipea yote alafu ananiangalia niko like, niko na deni yako. It used to be very interesting. But I appreciate him. There's no single time he was like, you can't train because you've not paid. Yeah, he was like, wewe nitakupata tu haina shida. Job itatokea. Utanilipa. Yeah. So that is around 2017. 2018 I graduated.
Okay. What did you graduate with?
Agriculture economics.
Okay.
Nilifaa kuwa mkulima. Lakini nikaamua nilime majamaa.
Kwa walimu uliwalima kweli.
Walima lakini see the expected field. So then I got a gig around Zima. Coincidentally ilikuwa ya gym. Like, it's something that I love. So the money didn't matter much at that point.
Yeah.
So I think that is where the journey started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Got a better job hapo kwa mall. Niko 1 year down the line. Yeah. Got a very good mentor. Jamaa alikuwa toka UK.
Okay.
Called Leon. Seriously, was a pro bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So I used to have an advantage of I was a good friend of his.
Yeah.
So I would see how he moves.
Yes.
Treats training like it is the most important thing he's going to do during the day.
Yes.
And values his time a lot.
Yes.
So these 2 things were very important.
Yeah.
Like if he's training, he can't talk to you. He don't want to hear you saying something went wrong during his training.
Yes.
You wait and talk to him later.
Yeah.
It's something I always do.
Yeah.
Find me in headphones.
Yeah.
I'm training. I don't want you trying to tell me what happened, what didn't happen.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah.
So he used to treat training like it's a ritual.
Yes.
You can't interact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from the word go, I think I was able to start training like a pro.
Yeah.
Treat it with the seriousness that it deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if I was training for 90 minutes. Know that I was training for 90 minutes.
Yes.
I was not talking 45 minutes and training. No. I was training for 90 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. So now from there you, continue training, continue putting in the effort. And
then
how did you think about, how did the idea of competing for your first show come about?
Yeah. Let me tell you the most interesting thing. So I used to be at Easy Gym Kenya.
Yeah.
I don't know that you remember that.
Yeah, Easy Gym was in TRM.
Yeah. So
is it the same spot that Afrofit took?
Yeah,
okay.
That is the same place.
Okay.
So it used to attract some big boys.
Yeah.
There's a time.
I remember Easy Gym, when Easy Gym came about, they had a very interesting model, but it was very, very cheap at first.
Yes, it was 2,000. Some guys were even paying, I think, 1,750.
Yeah, per month.
Per month.
That's crazy.
Very cheap, and it was seriously equipped. So it used to attract very serious guys.
Yeah.
Pipe and J would come there now and then. The first guy I ever saw was Guitar.
Yeah.
So I approached him. I'm like,
Richie.
"Hey, bro."
Shout out to man like Richie.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what do you do? It's to me, like, I do competitions. I'm like, I think one of these days, I think I should try men's physique. I wasn't even sure about. Yeah, but he was still in very great shape. He was very outstanding even then.
Yeah.
So he was a very fast guy I ever saw.
Okay.
Like, talked to him. We became a bit of friends.
Yeah.
Who else? Even Wesonga. I've
Yeah.
met him there a number of times.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are big. Another guy called Hamisi. You know Hamisi?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
So it was also a very good chance for me to get exposed.
Yes.
I'm like, the sport is actually...
Yeah, I mean, these guys have been competing for a while, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, from Kinapai Penje. Wes for the longest time, actually, I don't think he was actually competing. I don't know. He said, like, seriously competing, I think.
2020?
Yeah, thereout. Yeah, he was not competing before that.
Yeah. But he was a big guy.
Yeah, he was big. He was big. He was massive. Yeah, even now, Wes is a big guy.
He's easily noticeable. So I would notice him. I would be like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
So try and talk to these guys. What do you do? How is it going? What can I do?
Yeah.
The first thing Getawe ever told me was nutrition. Told me, if you want to be anything, so you have to put your nutrition in order. You have to know exactly what you're eating.
Yeah.
And I think he was right. It's something that people just play around with is how they eat. You cannot eat anyhow and want to look like a pro. It can never happen.
It can work.
Yeah. You have to put the first things first. Because nutrition comes before training.
That's true.
Somebody who's eating right might have the body changing. Somebody's just training and not eating right. You will see.
Yeah. I mean, you can also train just a little bit and have very good nutrition and see like crazy gains.
For sure.
If your nutrition is really on check, you might not even be going as hard in the gym. But if you're just consistent and you're just doing the right things, I mean, you could literally be just one of those guys who's in and out of the gym in 45 minutes, but at least you're doing something. But if your nutrition is on point, you could actually see a lot of gains.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
But that is underrated. Guys are like, as long as I trained, I can do anything else.
Yeah,
No.
most guys have it the other way around.
Exactly.
They go all out in the gym, but then when it comes to nutrition, you find someone is having like one meal the entire day, and maybe it was just some, mega protein like beans or whatever, and then maybe you only had it for one meal. You cannot compare it to someone who's having chicken breast, a fish fillet, nini. They had like 12 eggs. I mean, that guy's gonna create mad muscle.
I think another person who helped me a lot is Moas. Moas used to tell me the same thing. Like
Moas Rolling Fitness.
Yeah. I think he's helped a lot of guys.
Yeah. Shout out to Rolling Fitness, man, like Kevin Moas.
Yeah, you can work as hard, but if you actually not sure how you're feeding that body, you're just going to get tired. Yeah, especially when training is like the calves starting becoming. You start on high note, then the calf starts to flatten. Now it gets there. Things are very tricky. You have to know this works for me. Sweet potatoes are my thing. Rice is my thing. Oats are my thing. This is not my thing. Like you have to study your body properly and know if I was to eat this month, this is how exactly my body responds. If I needed to lift in the next 1 hour, 5 eggs work for me very well. My body is digesting them very well, and I'll be having enough fuel to do that workout. Yeah.
And you won't be bloated and all that, because also it's very important to pick your carbs very wisely, because there are people who work with certain carbs so well. There are people, interestingly, like I actually hear, who can't eat oats. For me, oats are...
Yeah, I know.
For me, oats work for me. For me, sweet potatoes work as well. But there are people who will tell you, hey, sweet potatoes, hey...
They're not my thing.
Yeah, like I will bloat, nini. For me, I'll eat sweet potatoes, I'm okay. But anything that comes with wheat...
It's not your thing.
Hey.
And I told you I've already had 40 chapatis. You see the difference? Like, you have to customize your body. You can't copy paste. You can't come and take my diet
and
go and copy paste to yours. It doesn't work like that.
You maybe unless you try and copy paste the principle and then you tailor it to yourself, like the principle of
exactly. Yeah.
The principle, but you can't like just take the entire thing and just blast it on this. You can't do it.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. You can take some of the principles of how your nutrition is structured, and then maybe I can try and structure it to myself. But you have to change a lot of dynamics. You have to change so many variables, from the kind of foods that you take, to the amounts, to the timing, to the frequency of meals, because there are people who probably better with eating bigger meals.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I'm very good with like massive meals.
You
I
prefer
think
small portions.
I think if I have like more like small portions or like workable portions, but like more of them, it's easier for my body
it's
to.
your
But
day.
there are people who get like, they take like 3 massive ones or maybe 4.
Then they're done.
Then they're good. But there are people who want to like have like those small ones. They can have even 5, 6, 7 of them. I guess it depends on depends on your body.
You have to customize your
Yeah.
eating. You cannot.
Yeah.
If you're not in control of your
Yeah.
eating, you're not in control of your body.
Yeah.
It's that basic.
Yeah.
Even if you are to be trained by whoever,
Yeah.
nothing is going to change.
Yeah, that's very true. So basically, these are the guys who inspired you. And let's talk about like worldwide. If we talk about the internationally, who are the kind of guys
Who have inspired me the
inspired
most?
you to to
Most.
yeah
The guy that used to inspire me the most,
Yeah.
unfortunately passed in 2021.
mm-hmm.
Yes, this is Sean Roden. You remember Sean Roden?
Yes, Flexatron.
Exactly. And one thing I loved about him is how long he had to wait to be Mr. Olympia.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember
crazy.
him saying he had once told somebody
It was so
12,
unfortunate, man.
12 years ago
Yeah,
that he is going to be Mr. Olympia. If somebody is talking about Mr. Olympia and he's waiting for 12 years, how much fight do you think is in this guy?
yeah,
A lot of it.
yeah.
Then he brought some package that nobody ever thought is going to be seen at that stage. Yeah.
It was so unfortunate that Flexatron. It's almost crazy, man. I mean, although by that time there were so many things that were going so wrong in his life.
Yeah.
Sijui, he was being accused of rape.
Things were out of
He
hand.
was also having so many other issues with, like, almost everything was just going.
I think even the sport a bit, some extent, abandoned him
Yeah,
around that time.
yeah. It was unfortunate. I mean, that physique was crazy. Flexatron reminds me of Flex Wheeler.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Flex
Yeah.
also had the same kind
Yeah.
of
Same kind of physique.
physique.
Yeah.
Not a
It's-
very big guy, but he's mind blowing.
Yeah, like his aesthetics are crazy.
They were out of this world.
Yeah, Flex Wheeler and Sean Roden, they kind of, to me, they kind of looked alike.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so so this is a guy that basically gave you the.
This is I would
This is a
say
guy that you
still
looked-
my biggest source of motivation,
And
and especially also what he did. I mean, he dethroned Phil at 8. Everybody was giving up on him.
Yeah, I know.
Never dethroning.
Yeah,
Phil.
because
Guys
when
were
Kai
like,
Green did not dethrone Phil,
guys were like, guys,
although I feel like Kai Green at some point was robbed,
he
man.
deserved.
There's a point I was like, man, Kai Green should take this, man. I feel like Kai Green now is definitely, like, there's a time he came so close, and there's a time he came so close. I felt like it literally came down to other things away
I
from
think twice
what is
it
on
came
stage.
Twice it came to politics.
It came down to politics.
Yeah, but even I am sure they didn't want to give it to Sean. But the moment Sean showed up on stage, everybody knew there is no chance Phil is beating him.
Yeah.
Whether it's political, whether it's going to be tribal, there was no chance. The guy was out of this world. Like, he had a body that guys had not seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that is one thing I would think maybe Kai Green would do maybe for just a single time.
Yeah.
Bring a package where it doesn't matter it's politics.
Yeah.
Everything, like, it's undeniable. There are times when everybody knows this is undeniable.
Yeah. There's a time, honestly, I looked at it. I was like, Kai Green should have taken it. So
I think
it's
up to
it's so crazy because now once you just fall off that wagon,
it's
coming
gone.
back is impossible. You see, Nani tried it.
Phil.
Not Phil. Kevin.
Lebron.
Yes.
It's difficult. You can't.
It's
catch up.
crazy.
Yeah. Because
But it's crazy for someone to be competing with Ronnie Coleman back in the day, and then now you want to come back again.
It's
and
difficult though. You can't do that.
it's
But I think
hard.
even the mindset. I'm telling you, to be honest, those guys had some mindset that were crazy. Look at Jay.
Yeah.
You know how long Jay had to wait to beat
Jay Cutler.
to beat Ronnie.
To beat Ronnie.
Every time they would be like, he came short, and he was still coming for him until he dethroned him. It's
Yeah.
like, man down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not an easy thing. You know, you can look at somebody, you're like, okay, it might never happen that I'll beat this person.
Yeah. Everybody can be beaten, just the same way you say.
Yeah, but it's mindset. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just give me time.
Yeah.
I'll come short this year. I'll come short next year. But the other year you're in problem.
Yes.
But how many guys are willing to say, I'll come short next year?
I know.
The first show guys are already crying.
Yeah.
Oh, I already did so much. I spent so much. The guys are coming in short up to 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just waiting for that single moment. They're like, my time is coming.
Yes.
That's a crazy mindset.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Let me ask you something. What will you say are some of the elements that were instilled in you by your parents when you were young that have attributed to you right now having the mindset that you have as a competitor?
I would say one of the most important thing is to mind my business.
Yes.
And to be honest. If I can't do something, I'll tell you I can't. Yeah. Which means I don't have to like try and be so much.
Yeah.
It's going to give me that mind to focus like, if it's a competition, this is what I can do at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have to keep making so much adjustment.
Yes.
So that I can make like people feel like they're still comfortable around this time. I'll be able to tell you, hey, I'm competing in 10 weeks.
Yes.
I can't do that for you.
Yes.
And I would see this with my dad. He'll be like, this is what I can do now. And even if you cry, didn't go to school, he would still remind you, this is what I'm able to do now. Yeah, and I noticed it's something that I think I got it from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this something
straightforward to what he can do at that point? Honest,
Yes,
he's not lying to you. He's telling you, this is what is possible.
Is this something you have two sons, right?
Yeah.
Is this something you instill in your sons?
I think it's something that I would love them to know.
Yeah.
To be able to tell people this is exactly what I can do.
Yeah.
And not try to bend so much if it's not possible. But I think it's going to steal a lot of your energy, focus to try and do things you can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of image would you want your sons to remain with?
About me?
Yes.
Top of them is somebody who doesn't give up. And somebody who stands for what they say. Yeah. If I told you I'm going to come in that show, dangerous, trust me, I'll come in dangerous.
Yes.
Don't doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's something I would love them to inherit.
Yes.
Like, stand for what they say. Say, I got your back. I got your back. Not I got your back. Then they're like, I'm not sure what's going, but to be sure, take side. I'm representing this, I'm not representing this. Yeah.
Just be sure that you know what this guy told you he's going to be there, he's going to be there.
Exactly.
If you don't count on anybody else, count on that one person.
I am coming.
Yes.
Just know me, I'll come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. I mean, speaking of course, the kind of discipline and kind of things you would like to, to trickle down to your sons. I mean, what kind of legacy would you like to leave for them, and for yourself especially?
I would love to be a top athlete in this industry.
Yes.
I'm very sure that I'll maybe be in bodybuilding for the rest of my life.
Okay.
I'm sure about that.
Yeah.
So top of it,
Yeah.
probably do an Olympia show sometime.
Yes.
If possible, I don't know, everything is open to grabbing if you want to. So if possible, maybe win 1 or 2 shows. Yeah, and then leave that behind. Tell them that whatever they want for themselves, it's nobody can stop you. It's your decision. I mean, I want to work to being a certain person. It's you to guard that. It's you to decide that all forces that I have are directed towards being this person. Yeah, there's no one that was born knowing that they are maybe 5 steps away from being Mr. Olympia. All those guys start without any kind of links to being Mr. Olympia. Then they're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to be the most chiseled guy in this world.
Yeah.
And they go out and become easily.
I mean, they're humans too.
Yeah. They just grab it. Sibam is like, no one is classier than me in this bodybuilding show.
Yeah.
That is what he lives to be.
Yeah.
No stories, nothing to say. He just comes in classy every time. So something like
And
that.
does it 6 times in a row.
Yeah. So yeah, so straight to go after what they want
Yeah.
and exactly what they want, not
Yeah.
what maybe somebody thinks they should want. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
if they want to be the best driver, buy a bus and do it. I mean, it's you. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
It's
know
your
what
choice.
I don't know what in you wants pushes you to be that, but maybe that is what God put in you. I can't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And I mean, of course, the bodybuilding and fitness lifestyles are very. You're a coach, right?
Yeah.
You're a fitness coach, and of course, you're also, professional bodybuilder. And I mean, these things take time. It takes time
a lot of time.
to be able to dedicate your time to yourself, to be able to bring in the best package, the best kind of physique that you can as much as possible. And of course, at the same time, you also need to dedicate your time to your clients that you also need to handle and all that. So how do you balance between that and family time?
It's always a bit tough, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But I always try and have all these guys as a priority. Family, my clients, and my training.
Yes.
Yeah. So these three things, and I would say my friends. Yeah. So the four things are a priority. So I'll put them in order. The clients are going to give you the finances.
Yes.
To do everything else you need.
Of course.
These guys are almost a top priority. I mean, you need to work. You need to treat these guys like they are your bosses.
Yes.
Train them, get their feedback, talk to them, be available for them.
Yes.
The next thing should be my training.
Yes.
Because this is a career. So it comes in there.
Yeah.
So if I'm there for myself and building a career, now my family can come in. Because if I'm there for myself, I can be there for these guys. So they come in there and with friends. So I try to allocate each of them time. Like this is when I train my clients. This is time that I'm going to be training. It's only for training, and that's it. This is time with my family. It belongs to them. This is when I'll see my guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So where would you say you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
5 years from now, I'd say locally one more title in men's physique. Probably one title locally in classic. Then probably 2 international titles in men's physique.
Okay, so basically, this is locally. Is this locally or is this locally and international?
Yeah, it's international, locally. Yeah, I would love to defend the title, which I will.
This is next year.
Next year.
And you're saying you're also planning to dip into classic as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now, then give myself time. I think good things take time. I wouldn't be surprised if I won, but I respect the time and amount of hard work these guys have put in.
Yeah.
So give me time. So maybe in another 3 or 2 years, could snatch one in classic.
Yeah.
Locally.
Yeah.
Internationally, I'm targeting 2 men's physique titles. Yeah.
Wow.
So in 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Probably
amazing.
by that time be an Olympian.
Yeah.
5 years, I'm almost sure I should be an Olympian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro. And I mean, of course, you've spoken about competing internationally. Do you intend to move outside of the country to pursue that, or is it something that you're just going to be,
from the country?
traveling and then coming back? Because I mean, we've seen a lot of Kenyans in the recent past, of course, move to, abroad. Some guys in the UK,
Dubai, a lot.
Canada, Australia, Dubai, the USA.
Unajua
mabodi wanatafutanga visa.
Wana left. Wana left. Na wajua na zile visa zao zile.
Mabodi wanatafutanga visa, akishika visa hivi.
Gone.
Unajua pale ikifika pale hivi ni US Embassy. Hiyo kitu inapiga kwa stamp very fast.
Na ni gone.
Gone case. Nakwambia ukishashika ile visa ile visa unajua?
Najua.
Ukishashika visa ni hivyo. Bas.
Wewe umeenda.
Mambo yako imeiva. Wewe kwanza umeomoka. Sasa toka tunakuona California things.
Hata ukumbuki tulikuwa na wewe huko kama.
Atakupandishia tint. Atakupandishia tint kidogo unaona kwa Instagram story ameshika ka pointi.
Amejifunika. Kwa I don't know. I would be open to anything. But at the moment, I think the world is easy to access.
Yes.
You can compete
Yeah.
abroad while in Kenya.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Because again, I think at the moment fitness is catching up here. There are guys here who are willing to pay.
100%. I
Yeah,
totally
a lot
agree
of
with
them.
that.
Again, the other advantage is if you would go to another country, especially those Western countries, I'm not saying you can't compete with those guys, but don't forget their standards are already very high. You get? So you have to go on a very high gear.
Yeah.
Here you also have a chance to build. I mean, the field is out there for anybody to take.
Yes.
Not a lot of, let's say if you asked
Yes.
who are the best prep coaches in the country, you would have to think. But outside there, you don't have to think. I mean, the list is like, guys, here we go. You get? So here it's still very young. You can
Yes.
become anything.
Yeah, the industry is still maturing. The industry is still maturing. It's still, coming together to a point where we can say it's a vibrant industry.
Exactly.
It's still
Very young.
yeah. It's still forming itself.
So many opportunities.
Yes.
Like in 5 years, there
Yes.
are guys who will be very great in this industry. Yeah. You don't know who. It depends on who puts in a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like look at you guys now.
Yeah.
And nobody was doing what you guys are doing. Outside there are millions of people.
Yeah, they're already doing it in Kenya. Not so many. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
so
true.
the field is young. You can build here.
Yes.
If you get a very nice chance out there, again you could go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the idea is just make it. I mean, be open to like grabbing some good opportunities.
Yes.
You can weigh out and see what do you have to lose here, what do you have to gain here. See if that opportunity is.
But the enemy is poverty.
Exactly.
Eh.
Yeah. So if you get that visa, you don't say no.
Visa ikivani vivana.
Wewe ni sawa, still unaweza kuja kututembelea.
Unasema ni sawa tu. Utakuja na tupointi. Ni kweli
Na
inaeleweka.
hiyo visa imepeleka vijana wengi wameenda.
Sana. Sana.
Too many. There are too many. I think now tunafaa tufunge hiyo njia.
Imetosha.
Guys, sasa
imetosha
another
man.
one sasa.
But sasa unajua the young ones are still, kuna wengine there's a younger generation still coming in.
What is the concept behind it? Do you ever understand? Concept to kuwa, is it that the bodybuilders simp or do the pointies just love the bodybuilder?
Let me be honest. This is my opinion. It's a very controversial opinion too. But what I would say happens is, you see, fitness for the longest time, it's not been the easiest. It's not been the easiest industry to be in. It's not the easiest.
For sure.
It's tough. In fact, right now is when people actually are having the mentality of saying, they can pay like a certain amount of money to
a personal trainer.
Yeah, to a personal trainer. Back in the day, the only job that most trainers will do was being a gym instructor. Alafu umeona juzi man like Frankie just gym it.
Penye tulikuwa tumeunda kaharibu. Now we go all over again.
Yeah, Frankie just gym it. Hapo ulichomea bana gym instructors. Gym instructors, just to set the record straight, it doesn't mean that they are not personal trainers. Gym instructors are just employed by the gym. They are manning the floor. They man the floor of the gym. They help everybody who's coming in who doesn't know what to do. They assist everybody on the floor because they are actually employed by the gym. They are qualified, but they have now been employed by the gym. So they cannot give you individual attention, you by yourself, as a personal trainer would. But are they as qualified? Yes, they are trainers too. They are coaches too, In fact, most of these guys are just doing a shift there to man the floor, maybe for 5-6 hours. And then from there, they start their personal training, training gig. So you wouldn't say that these guys are not professional,
For sure.
or or they are there to clean and to fix equipment. No, man, that's not
But
nice. It's not nice. That wasn't nice.
It wasn't.
It wasn't nice because there are a lot of guys who, dude, bro. There are guys who have masters, bro. There are guys who have masters. There are guys who have PhDs.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
in exercise science, in kinesiology, in physiotherapy, in many physical sciences when it comes to fitness and wellness, and they have a part-time gig where they actually they are considered a gym instructor. A gym instructor doesn't mean that at UK you're not as qualified, or you don't have information, or this or that or that. No, of course not. You're just as qualified as the next guy. It's just that at that time you have been paid by the gym to man the floor. So you're there to man the floor, help everybody who's coming in. Mtu amekuja, they've never been in the gym, it's their first time. You come, you tell them, okay, sir, what are your goals? What are you intending to achieve? Sir, let me show you. This is what you're going to start with. Start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I won't be able to give you individual attention, but nitakuonesha form yako kama ni ya rowing ni hivi, deadlift ni hivi, bench press ni hivi, shoulder press ni hivi. Now do this for 12 reps, 4 sets or whatever, and then I'll keep coming and checking in on you, because I cannot give you individual attention if I have 20 people on the floor, you know. So it wasn't very nice for him to
talk like that. Actually, I've seen out of experience, I've seen a lot of shitty personal trainers, but I haven't seen a lot of shitty gym instructors.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you're a gym instructor, one thing is you're serving a lot of people, and it has to be almost at once.
Yeah.
If it's 6 a.m., we are like 50 of us need help from you. You have to step up.
Yeah.
But I've seen personal trainers who are personal trainers because of very, very fishy reasons. Yeah. You know, a mama might want to train with me, not necessarily because they want me to be their trainer. To be honest, to be very honest, it happens. Let's be honest, it's our field.
Yeah, of course it happens, bro. This is the industry.
I have seen so many.
This is the industry.
I've seen very fishy personal trainers as compared to the gym instructors.
This is the industry.
Yeah. There are very many professional gym instructors.
Yes.
Yeah, from the fact that they are serving a lot of guys.
Yeah.
To the fact that the eyes are on them because this guy is employed to do a certain job. A personal trainer, you see, it's between them, and I've seen situations that I'm like, okay, is that really training?
Yes.
But you know, it's personal. You had it's personal training. It's between them and the client. So it's
those ones of stretching them, and then
it's air.
Then I'm guivy.
The very very funny
because
vibes.
Stretch.
We are like, okay, it's fine. It's their personal trainer. So I think it's not okay to discredit others to feel credited. I always feel that. I feel like we can be good, all of us.
Of course, man.
A lot of guys can be good at the same time.
Of course. Actually, this is a topic that we were actually discussing just the other day, and we were saying that there's enough to go around, because some guys were actually saying that there's a lot of jealousy and hatred in the bodybuilding and fitness, in the bodybuilding and fitness community right now. And you know, someone will say, like, I'd rather, like, a gig just goes to waste. Someone actually wanted a coach. You know, for me, I'll speak for myself. Sometimes I won't always be available to train clients because, I mean, I have a lot of other things going on. Yeah. I don't have the time. I'm like, someone gives you a time, you're like, hey, there's no way I can do that. Yeah. Because I know myself, I wouldn't be able to show up at 5 a.m.
You know? You were probably, you slept late.
Yeah, I slept late. Maybe I had a gig because I also DJ. I had a gig late Sunday, or even maybe midweek. I got a gig. We were DJing up to maybe 2, 3 a.m. You know, by the time we're getting the equipment back to the house, it's maybe 4 a.m. How am I now showing up at a 5 a.m. session? That's something I cannot commit myself to that. Yeah. So what do? I just say, yo, I know this guy. His name is Joe. He's an amazing coach. Hit him up. I'll just give him your number, and then you guys can actually liaise and just take it up from there. But now you find there are people who, like, afadhali your gig ipotele, yani mtu aende atafute like another gig, atafute another trainer huko, but I refer someone that I know, you know, because I know a lot of coaches, so I can easily just say, go to this guy, go to this guy.
It's good enough.
You know, just at least pass it on to someone. Just because, like, someone is getting more gigs or is doing better than you does not mean that because they are succeeding that you're going to fail.
Exactly. I think that is one part I think people need to, like, we can win differently.
Yeah.
Like even on the competitions.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who wins the show
Mm-hmm.
might not actually be the guy who's going to benefit the most from the outcome of the show.
Mm-hmm.
You might get more clients at number 5 than I will at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can be winning, and that is it. You don't have to be
100%.
like, I'm the one who is winning. Now you guys are the ones who should be cheering, or you're the guys who should fail so that I look like. No, everybody can win.
And also, I mean, it comes down to a lot of things. Of course, it's good to win a show. It really puts you up there. You know, you can also even just, you know, you can, unaweza ongeza red card. Unasema red card iliongezeka saa hii.
Easily.
Saa hii, unajua, physique, East African Champion, unajua si mchezo. Saa hii hata nimetoka kupigiwa hapo hivi na Ruto hapa ananiuliza kama. Lakini nikamwambia, tuna inject, so mambo yako staki. Wewe nimemkataa.
Lakini demand iko high.
Lakini demand saa hii iko juu, itabidi mmejituma kidogo.
Umeangalia.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, it's one thing to, of course, win a show, but then again, there's a lot of other things that come behind it, because you might have a really amazing physique, but then again, it's also another thing to be able to follow up and be a good coach.
Exactly. It's
you
different.
Know? Because it's a business still. Yeah. You've gotten now the exposure. You've gotten the credibility. Now people are like, you know what, this guy is an amazing guy. You know, I mean, he evidently, his method works. Evidently, you know how to actually coach someone too, because you went through it yourself.
Yeah, you know
this is not an experience that you went you did it yourself. You went there and became a physique champion. You were declared East Africa's best, you know, in the men's physique category. You understand how to do that. You understand how to train someone from this body to come to this body, to come to this body, and be able to, you know, transform themselves. So evidently it's possible, and you know the method. That's number one. But then again, the business of coaching and fitness, you need to structure your business still.
It's a different story.
You need to structure your packages. And then, even when you get that exposure and you get the people calling you, now you need to know how to sell yourself, to sell your package. You know, it's like the presentation has been brought now to you. You know, but you now need to finalize it.
Exactly.
You need to know how to, you know, to finish the game.
Yeah, to
you
present this to the guy.
Present the package. Say these are my rate cards. You know, this is my rate card. This is what I offer. These are the times that I'm available. This is what I'm offering, because you cannot also train everybody.
Exactly.
You know, kuna watu wengine you might say, well, I'd rather refer you. Like sometimes you might get like someone who's who needs rehabilitation, you know, or a very complicated, maybe someone who's chronically ill, you know, someone who's very sick, you know, you're like, well, this is not exactly my
field.
This is not my field, but I can refer you to somebody else, you know. So you establish a niche, you have your rate card, you have your business, maybe you have even your website set up, So at least in that way, now you're able to now kill the business. You're able now to bring it down. Yeah. So it makes I mean, it's you know,
it's a big industry.
It's a big industry. Na kila mtu, like, kuna wase wengi.
Like, I think for you, you're more into the apparel.
Yeah, I'm into apparel. I do coach some guys, but not many.
Yeah,
not many. Yeah, because my time with personal training is limited.
Exactly.
Yeah, so because I'm doing this, we also have to produce this podcast.
So there's so much that one can actually do. It's too big for guys to be trying to bring each other down.
It's so much. Now we're doing podcasting. Someone else can do this. You can do the coaching. Someone else is doing.
Achara is doing nutrition.
It's called what? Meal prepping.
Very many things.
There's so many things. There's so many things. So many things to do. So, so basically, I mean, I don't see the reason why people should, be
pulling each other down.
Yeah, pulling each other down or whatever. I think it's a very big industry. People just need to, just support each other.
Yeah, and I could. It's easy to see that even during when guys were hyping the MME show.
Mm-hmm.
There were top guys who are into fitness, who didn't even recognize there is this kind of a show. But when they have their gigs again, they want the fitness world to actually hug them and be like, hey, this is what is up.
Yes.
I mean, everybody needs everybody in this field.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a show that is, I don't have to come, but I would maybe talk to guys about it.
Yeah, you can even post it on your story.
Yeah,
it doesn't cost you anything.
Exactly. You know, even if it's look at it this way, I'm only campaigning for what I do.
Yes.
I'm talking about fitness.
Yes.
I might not be doing bodybuilding.
Yes.
But I'm making fitness more known to the people.
Yes.
You get? So more guys are like, hey, so this is what's up.
Yes.
Fitness is at this level.
Yes.
But I can't be quiet because it doesn't involve me. Then when I have something now, I want the fitness world to be like, guys, this is the newest thing in town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it does make a lot of sense. And coming back to your story, because you posed a question to me and you wanted me to answer in regards to the visa. So you were asking me. So your question was,
what do you think? Is it that the bodybuilders are desperate,
or
is it the pointies have eyes for bodybuilders?
Although they're usually not even like pointies, because I mean,
what is actually the main issue? Because it's a trend.
I mean, it's a trend, and what I will say is, first things first. They're called interracial. Interracial relationships have been there since since early man. They've been there since way back. All right, so I mean that's normal. That's very normal. You'll see a lot of people, there's a lot of interracial, because even not just in Kenya, even people who are abroad, born there, both of them born there, white and black, they still do interracial marriages and all that. And I mean, it's a good thing for, for that to happen. But when now we are coming to what will be happening here, we still have a good number of cases of those interracial relationships. You just go to a restaurant somewhere and you just happen to meet a white babe, excuse me, and you guys have a genuine vibe,
Sio kuepa ngori.
No, like nakuja hapo. Nakuja hapo. You guys actually have a genuine vibe. Unapata ni aje, she's a nice babe, ni mtu ako fiti, nini ametulia, ana mambo mingi. You guys just maybe go for a date 1, 2 and you start dating. Kawaida tu, vile tu unaweza pata another black chick.
Like any other lady.
Any other lady that you might find of any other race. So, but it just happened to be a white. So that's normal as well. But then again, of course, there's usually that situation where there's some white women who specifically are a bit older and looking for young, black, built guys.
You understand? Okay.
Young built guys, black from Africa. Now, here's the thing. What I was saying is, I was posing a question and saying, the fitness industry is not exactly the easiest, and bodybuilding for the longest time. I mean, right now, guys are making money. Guys started going into golf, nini. I was actually having this conversation with someone just the other day, and I was saying, seems like guys in the Gulf are actually making mad bank. And then he was like, no, they are not. That's a discussion for another. I don't know what your take on that is, because but Dubai and Doha and all that. I mean, for me, I thought they are making mad bank, but anyway, that's a whole other discussion.
Taita mmoja
tuambie ukweli, atutobolee siri. So now these are the guys. So maybe wewe uko kwa situation kako kidogo imekufinya kiasi.
Unataka kutoka kwa block.
Unataka kutoka kwa block mazee. Unataka kuomoka pia wewe. Unaona? Mazee unapata hapa hivi na mzungu mimi anakuambia ni aje. By the way mambo yako mimi naweza kutengenezea huko unachapa ma competition majuu vibaya sana. Olympia utakuwa unaua. Ama jamaa utakuwa unapatana nao unawatwanga vibaya sana. Wewe ndio kuamua. Wewe ndio kuamua. Wewe unaona aje? Tukienda na wewe hapa saa hii tuseme tumeoana tusaini na karatasi hapa hivi kidogo. Akupeleka US Embassy hapo stamp yako inapigwa haraka upesi. Asubuhi mapema.
Tushaenda.
Tikiti. Ndio hiyo.
Pia niliona ikibackfire unarudishwa.
So unajua maybe unaweza enda upeleke mambo ya Nairobi huko maji. Mambo ya Nairobi, mchezo wa town. Umeenda kupeleka California.
Unarudishwa huku very fast.
Utaambia kijana wewe bana.
Hapana.
Wala nikulete hapa nikulishe.
Mambo gani?
Nimekulipia haki ya Mungu ni mambo gani? Nikulete hapa nikulishe ndio tikiti.
Alafu umeanza
alafu
mchezo
ushaanza
yako
mchezo
kwenu.
wa town. Hapa itaweza.
Wewe tuonane.
Wewe unapigwa deportation yako safi. Unaanguka JKA asubuhi mapema kwa kunanyesha.
Unaanza kurant pale online. Kaenda.
So ideally, according to me, I think that is what happens. And most bodybuilders, of course, are open to it because they see it as a way out. You know, they see it as they see it as a way out. They see it as a way out. Unaona tu wenyewe hii ni kama ni Sagoda ameniletea.
Hii ndio main.
Alafu do you know also maze kuna bodybuilders wengi, especially back in the day, they had really come from some hardship areas. Unaona? Hata sahi bado wako, but kuna wasa metoka hardship areas. Unaambia story ya Australia. Sahi
hataki kujua anything.
Hata sirudi home. Nguo
kuna kitu
nitanunua mbele.
Sioni kama kuna kitu very important.
Sioni kuna kitu nafaa kurudia huko. ID niko nayo.
Niko sawa.
Niko sawa. Niko na ID na passport. Mimi hata nguo tanunulia huko mbele. I mean, so it might be something that is very appealing. Ni kitu very appealing to a lot of guys. I mean, maybe you're in a very tough situation. Umeanza kuona utaenda, maybe you get a qualification huko hivyo ya PT, uende uingie gym huko. Gyms huko pay minimum at least maybe like $50 per session. You know, if you're making $50 per session and you have like maybe your 10 clients, that one day you've made $500. $500 is, you know, it's good money. As much as like maybe the cost of living might be a bit high, but still there's so many ways to, you know, to just maneuver some things here and there. And you're able to, you might be able to. I've not been there. This is based on
what you've heard.
Just information I've gotten here and there. Might be hearsay, might be a lie, might be truth. But what I know is, for someone who has maybe been in a tough position, alafu you're offered that choice, unaweza ona ni kama maybe it might be an easy way out.
You can't say no.
Yeah, you're like, wacha niende nijaribu. Naweza enda maybe, alafu unajua maybe you might find someone like maybe they are not even at that old. You know, unapata ni mtu maybe like amekuacha na fears uko like.
Au unasema 72 si mbaya.
Ati
72 si.
Hey.
Si mbaya sana.
72
si mbaya sana.
72 bana.
Unajua now you have to really consider. But I think your trend inaisha, guys are trying kujituma kidogo.
Yeah, of course.
Try guys are trying a bit kujituma.
Yeah, right now guys are really trying to you know, to really push themselves.
Make it happen.
Yeah, wanajaribu sana. They're really trying. Yeah. So I mean that trend is although bado kind of iko, but it's good for guys to also just
but mwenye atapata sisi, you know, we can only say wewe ndo unajua kiatu inakufinya wapi. Sisi tunapiga gumzo.
Yeah, sisi tunabonga tu. Tunaongea tu.
Wewe ndo unajua mnaelewana namna gani.
Wewe ndo unajua mambo yako vile iko.
You can't listen to us bana. But I love to see now that more guys are trying to like themselves make it happen.
Yeah.
Like themselves.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a good thing to see also the industry changing. The industry is changing. Things are, you know, people are able to make more. You know, people are at least able to make a bit more money from their fitness gig. You know, someone can actually take fitness as a serious thing. You know, because it's grown. The industry has grown. People are more also aware that, you know, this is a profession. You know, back in the day, people used to take it as one of those things. Wewe unajua tu kuinua chuma.
Ni chuma unainua.
Wewe si unanionyesha tu kufanya hivi.
Ni hivyo.
Like people don't actually take it as, I mean,
something that you
need to understand
brain.
the body's physiology. You need to understand a specific type of bodies. You need to understand proper exercise prescription for specific people. I mean, you need to be able to give proper information
yeah.
And you need to train people in a proper way, not just taking ati ile yenye tunasema ati ni copy paste one size fits all.
No, you need to understand people's body.
Yeah, and of course and still even just doing what we do, it's not something that you've learned today, or you can learn today how to do bicep curls, yes, but to be able to actually have that experience for over the last maybe 10 years, to be able to give it to you in a session, that's a big thing. It's a big thing, and people need to respect that. People need to understand that it's a big deal. It's not something that you just stumbled upon on the road. It's taken years of research, years of reading, years of training yourself, years of testing some methods with yourself, understanding what is good and what doesn't work. I mean, it's a big deal. So I mean, wase, so tuseme mabodi kidogo wanatoka hiyo mambo
these days you can see somebody very built with their finances right.
Yes.
And they can talk like somebody you can listen to.
Yes.
It's a good thing to see guys balancing it off. I think it's becoming
now so amesoma
field inakuwa respected.
Yes. So amesoma, because you'll find there's a lot of guys as
well,
just like you.
Zile bachelors zilikuwa pale men's physique.
Mikibao.
Kama zote. To be honest, there are many. It's a field that in the past people thought that you're jumping into it because you don't have options.
Didn't go to school.
Again, you didn't have a lot of options. But now guys are choosing it.
Yes.
Like the way you choose to be a musician. Like, it's a personal choice.
You might be a doctor.
Exactly. But
alafu amue kama man like Doctore. Shout out to man like Doctore, who's, I mean, he's a doctor, but also he's also an artist. No, he's an artist, yeah.
Exactly. Guys are making choices. This is something I love. I wasn't desperate. I would do something else, but I chose to go with this. Exactly.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. All right. So, what are your career plans going into the future?
Now I have the athlete and as a coach.
Yes.
Okay, let me start as an athlete because that is what is maybe on top of the moment.
Okay.
So, do a number of shows. I would love to turn pro soonest possible.
Yes.
Compete up to maybe before I'm 40.
Okay.
Yeah, as a coach.
How old are you now?
Soon, I am now at 30.
You're now 30.
Yeah.
So the next 10 years,
yes,
you're looking to really push the next 10 years with competing and making sure you're making the best out of it. Okay.
That time to just have them together with coaching.
Okay.
Then after 40 now, fully switch to a coach.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably now deal more with athletes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you looking to, what are your, I mean, it's a long way out, but what are your plans in regards to, like, I mean, of course, by, with what you've achieved so far, it's very impressive. I mean, like I said, it's a big thing to come in and snatch that crown from that lineup it was of course a very competitive lineup, and of course we said it's about doing. It's not about talking. It's about the package that you bring on stage. It's not about talking big, or it's not about people just knowing that you're there. See watu kujua ati there's a certain guy is going to be there, and like by default ati atachukua. It's about the package that you bring on stage, because you might be a big name, but if you don't exactly deliver what the judges expect to see or what the judges are looking for, they're going to hand it to whoever looks the best, right?
Yeah.
And of course you came and delivered that. So like I said, mad congratulations about that. So my question is mostly on, how are you looking to, mentor guys going down the line, guys who are, young athletes who are looking to get into the game?
The first stage was this, for you to tell somebody about a certain win, you first have to win.
Yes.
If I'm to tell you about going to the UK, I first have to go to the UK and come back. I can't start telling you I'm thinking there is a certain route. No.
Yes.
I'm lying.
Yes.
So the first stage was this, that was very important.
Yes.
To win.
Yes.
And prove to these guys that actually I'm somebody that can tell you about this field. I know something about this field. And now I'm somebody you can consult and look up to.
Yes.
So first thing is I would love to engage. I have a lot of guys who reached out after the win. So I'm trying to engage them, training sessions,
Yes.
give them advice on what I can. And I've seen that a lot of very young athletes, some are even 20 years.
Yeah.
Very, very promising, because if somebody's already competing at 20,
Yeah.
this
They have a
is
bright
somebody who
future
can-
ahead.
This is somebody who can turn to be a CBAM easily. Because
Yes.
20 is very young.
Yes.
So
I mean, within the next like 2-3 years, they've started getting some good muscle. I mean, if their training and their nutrition is good, I mean, in about 2 years, 3 years, I mean, they'll be like crazy. I mean, guys like Simba are like, I think 24.
24, yeah, he's young. He's maybe now 25, 26.
Yeah, maybe 25,
Still
26.
very young. Still
Yeah.
very young.
Yeah, still quite young.
Yeah. So engage them, and most importantly,
Yeah.
I would love to push this bar higher. You know,
Yes.
Before let's say Bolt did 9.6, you can't believe it's doable.
Yes.
See, before Manyala did what he did,
Yeah.
I don't think guys would have believed that
It's
guys
possible.
can sprint in
Yes.
this area. But once the bar is taken high, it becomes a norm. Now, guys, we are meant to do this. If the country turns to have very great men's physique athletes, even outside there, these guys by default will know that, our route is always to like become the best.
Yes.
Look at the long distance running.
Yeah.
These guys grow up believing that, this is usually our field.
Yes.
It doesn't matter where it's coming to run, but it has always been our thing.
Uh-huh.
And it has always been because some guys push the bar high.
Yeah.
So most importantly, I would love to push that bar to a point where these guys believe that this is what we do. We
Yeah.
go there and men's physique is our field.
Yeah.
We dominate. Yeah, so that is one of the things that I would love to do for these young guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let me ask you something that is quite controversial. One thing that we like to do, of course, in the fitness field is just try as much as we can to debunk the myths that are there in society. Because, I mean, when it comes to, there are a lot of people who do not have a lot of information when it comes to, bodybuilding, fitness, and sometimes just look from afar. And there are certain things that are being said, but they just believe them just because everybody is saying them, and not because they are true. So you've seen, I mean, one of the myths about women who actually train, weight train, do weight training, looking like men. First things first. Let's start. What do you have to say about that?
It's a very big myth because the top muscle building hormone is testosterone.
Yes.
Women have less of these. They don't have. Even men struggle with amounts of testosterone to build crazy muscles.
Yes.
Before a woman builds a muscle that is even
be bigger than
eye-turning,
yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like their muscles are just feminine. Like a woman who's lifting right, she's just going to have some feminine arms that are just fit. You can see
Yes.
these are
There's someone who
these are
trains.
lady who lifts, but these arms are feminine.
Yes.
It's basic.
Yes.
The muscles are going to be very feminine. They can never look like those of men.
Yes.
They should know how much men struggle to actually be, because
Yeah.
testosterone is the biggest determinant here.
Yes.
They don't have much of that.
Yeah.
It's a big myth.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And how would you fare? This is of course based on opinion. How would you fare women who train against women who don't train, like women who weight train and women who don't weight train? Like, let's say, I mean, of course you're a dude, you've been around for a minute. I'm sure you've seen a number of ladies here and there, and of course now, being the East African Physique Champion, we know your DMs are full, innit? So so now, when it comes to your experience with the ladies who weight train and the ones who who don't, the kawaida chicks who probably never been in the gym, or maybe just do cardio every once in a while, but they're not exactly serious about fitness. Ni wagani unaona ni kama wanawezanga wako
So,
fiti.
I would say a simple thing. Anywhere in this world,
Yeah.
a hot body is going to turn you on. Whatever you do with this information is up to you. Yeah, muscle, if it's with men, women,
Yeah.
it brings some crazy factor.
Yeah.
And the fact that not a lot of ladies are that fit makes it even more interesting.
Yeah.
You might be walking around the whole day and you might not see a very fit lady.
Yeah,
It's obvious.
it's true by the way.
So they also become very rare.
Yeah,
people also want rare things.
Yes.
So you know what's up.
Yeah.
Now the problem might be you might even not find one who is fit. They're all taken.
Lakini Kanairo kuna taken?
Like at that point, at that given moment.
Kanairo kuna watu wagongeana na si mayai.
Mbaya. Kwanza hiyo field yenu, okay? Your field is very controlled.
Unasoma watu wanagongeana kwa fitness?
It's serious. I don't know. There is something about fitness and kugongeana is serious. Tutauliza nani maneno? Who is going to talk about?
You know maybe
Ashawaja address up to this point. He addresses almost everything in fitness. Nahepa hii topic.
Na
who is going to talk about this topic?
Hii topics juu unajua nini mnaweza nipatie information.
Unajua mtu amegongewa vizuri tu just address it.
Unajua nilikuwa nimesema nitafungua dossier I'll have a record. Nitakuwa nanunua information. I'll be buying information and anybody who wants that information comes to me to buy and I'll sell it for a profit.
Mwenye amegongewa.
Well, ukitaka nikiweza kuwa nayo bahati yako. Sasa kama sina.
Kama mimi sina it's fine. Utafind from the next supply.
Kuna mtu atakaa msaa niambie Joe na yeye nilimgongea.
Niangalilie Joe. It's something I think I don't know. The funny thing is, let me tell you the funniest thing I think. The fact that it's looking common makes it people just can now do it easily.
Yeah.
Kuna mtu alikuwa maybe huko nje yako like ni makosa kugongewa ama kugongeana. Now ameona iko like guys are saying it's a thing. So it's very serious.
So it's serious.
So it's up to you to also depend. You would have to think of it like my training partner would be like, you know, one thing here you need to know is heri wakugongea dem lakini wasikugongea squats. So long as hawajanigongea squats, mimi niko sawa.
Uko sawa.
Which is a good mentality.
Bora weight inasonga.
It's a good mentality because he knows what is in his control. Asa atafanya nini?
Yeah. I mean, I don't always agree. I don't always agree with Kibe, but Kibe alisema kugongewa ni constant.
Iko constant. To some extent, for the sake of your mental sanity, wacha ikae constant.
Wacha ukubali matokeo.
Usiseme ni then tukwambie umegongewa. You would rather be open to it than it doesn't happen.
Uko unajua it's a possibility.
It's fine.
Yani roho yako imeachilia.
Ni kama venye tumesema kuhusu losing. I would rather go into a game knowing I might lose. Sitakufa. Rather than saying I've never lost. I don't know what happened then.
I can never lose.
Exactly.
Mimi mpige mimi.
Nikilose usiongeleshe. I would rather go saying
at you afadhali mkinishinda hii hata stai complex. Hata na hama nchi.
Unajiwekea lawama. Then wanakupa.
Alafu wanaku hii kitu.
Then kwanza sasa unaona venye uko hivyo. Inakuanga very open, everybody knows. Wako like, ulisema
unahama nchi.
Tunagojea tu.
Hama sasa. Tukuja kukusaidia mizigo.
Unakaa mwezi uongei. Shangaa ni nini? Ni wewe ulijiset up.
Unaanza kurudi na mke umeweka chini.
Tunaona tu ni posts pale kwa status una post.
Mdogo unaanza kurudi.
Sijui tuko like tulikuambia. So you'd rather be open to the idea.
Afadhali ukubali matokeo useme tu wenyewe, to be really honest.
Hawa majamaa wa yuko jaba ndo wafike mahali waseme ni constant. Wamefanya research. Wamefanya research. Kama ukijua it's a possibility. It's always people wakangi hivi watu wako.
Lakini nimesema hii industry ni ngori.
No, it's true. Let's be honest. I don't know why. I don't know it's.
Na ni the same ni ka circle tu.
Unaweza fanya research upate back to back ni mingi. From
wanafanya hivi tu. Ni kusalimiana tu.
East African champ to men's classic to. Laini hivi mko.
Mlikuwa
area.
Mlikuwa area moja.
You'll never know sasa mpaka it's in discussion.
Mna compare tu pin.
Ukija kutuambia you know this and then unaona majamaa hajajibu. Kwa nini majamaa hajajibu? Wana compare notes wanaona ni kama
hapa ni kama kimeumana.
Kama hizo notes ni zangu. Hawasemi anything and then
my days.
It's tricky though.
Even ndivyo iko. Sawa.
Gym for the longest time ni a place imekuwa na hiyo controversy. I don't know why, but sina any reason. Maybe it's because how people dress.
I don't know. I mean, it could be, but of course, you know, the truth as well is it's not that it's something to hide behind or to justify, but of course, it has been said that people who work out naturally have a high libido.
Unasema na haiwezi kuwa ya mtu mmoja.
Yes, sasa hapo ndio complication inaingilia. Sasa sijui
data haingia.
Sasa sijui maybe pia wanagawa. I don't know.
It's a bit tricky, I think.
Yeah, maybe they're giving it up.
It's becoming a very...
But unajua, like, you know, it's just the same way you said that when, like, fit babes are not very common to see, you know. They're not very common. You don't see them everywhere, every day, you know. And just the same way you put it, you said that everybody wants something that is rare. Because if you see something that is nice and looks nice and it's rare, you want it. But then again, are you the only one who wants it?
So kashawa amegojea na mimi niko nayo.
Na wewe uko nayo.
So inakuwa ni
sasa kasha anaanza anamchapia.
Inakuwa ni laini.
Anamchapia senye. At the same time unafikiria ati gasho pekee anamchapia. Mimi namchapia. Kuna mwingine pia anamchapia. Naye anamchapia. So kuna siku moja tu utamesa hapo fuck up tu kidogo hivi. Ukongewe.
Na gasha. na atoke kwa list. So baki ni wewe next favorite person.
Next favorite. Unajua sasa nilikuja kurealize kumbe hawa wasichana hata wanakuanga wamewamark. Ile siku hizi wanasema nimekumark.
Also pia wao on the other side.
Wako na list iko hivi safi.
Backup ni
amekumark. Kama sasa amesema hivi, Joe. Nataka kujua hiyo Reaper. What does the Reaper do? Hiyo Reaper inaingilianga wapi?
Ni title tu.
Nataka kujua why Reaper? Why?
Ongeza kwa list.
Asema wewe nimekumark.
Ongeza huo jamaa.
Wewe unafikiria wewe ni mjanja sana.
Wewe ndo.
Kwanza amejiposition design yenyewe. Unachekia hata ashajua rada ile jibu na train.
Kumbe wewe ulidhani
kidogo yamekaa hapo hivyo, amepiga hapo hivyo hip thrust siku 2. Leg day ni 4 kwa wiki.
Anakuambia mnaweza piga session.
Nyaje unaweza piga ka collab nini. Kidogo. Wewe umeanza
muna collaborate.
Collab bana imeenda nini? Collab imeenda.
It's an interesting field. With it.
But then again, I have to say at the same time, it's not that okay. So of course, you know, we're talking about the industry that we are in, but at the same time, there is many other industries out there, and I'm sure the same thing happens.
They have their ups and downs.
They have their ups and downs.
This is our downs.
These
downs zetu kugongewa.
Lakini unajua nasomekananga ati mabodi ndio wanagongeana.
Sasa wewe
kwa sababu unajua, you know, according to how like society thinks, you know, there's always that thing of if a babe has a personal trainer, there's always something fishy going on behind, you know. So it's, of course, you and I know, of course, that's not always the case. Most of the time it's very professional. It's a very professional situation, but I'm not speaking for everybody.
But most times pia wako right.
Kuna wenye wanakuanga hiyo design.
The one thing about personal training out of experience is women get attached to people who listen. And you know, as a coach, you have to listen to this. What happened here? How did the hip thrust go? How did the lunges? So you're listening to this person. So again, they are pushed to tell you things they are not supposed to tell you.
And also, do you know one thing I came to realize? And I mean, the coaches out there can tell me if I'm right or wrong. But I also realized that based on the fact that this person is training, the endorphin release, they get the endorphin release. That feel good hormone when you're training. Yeah. The endorphin release makes you feel nice, and when it makes you feel nice, it makes you want to. It just makes you feel like, like we are best friends. It's a good, like I'm in a good vibe. I'm in a good vibe. So what happens when I'm in a good vibe? I want to chat. I want to talk. So I keep going on and around, and then most of the time you'll find out they've started now getting into their personal details. And I think that is where now things start to
go
hapo ndio inaanzanga kucomplicate.
Some guys are like, this is it.
Because now you'll tell someone something, but you said it to the wrong person. Now they are like, okay, you have issues hapa na pale. Anajua okay, kumbe mambo nyumbani si fiti.
That's why I come in.
That's why I come in.
That is why now I come.
Hapo ndio mambo inaanza kucomplicate.
But I don't know. It's something maybe that is going to improve. It is improving.
It is improving.
There's a time people wouldn't tolerate the women having personal trainer.
Yes.
Like apana, let them just train on their own.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And of course, I can't speak for everybody, but majority of us are very professional.
Yeah,
we take this seriously, because what I can tell you is that as a coach is, once you go down that line, I'm telling you, man, there's no coming back from it, especially with that person. You might have a very good paying client, but once you go down that line with them, then you've already lost one client. And maybe this was such a good client. They always pay on time. They're paying your asking rate. Everything is working perfectly. But now, ukienda down that line, once you go down that road, bro,
it's lost.
So now you guys are in a whole different arena.
Yes.
You're not now talking about at fitness. Now maybe they even want you to train them for free, or things like that.
Special attention. It's
And then of course now a number of other things are gonna come into place, which might actually ruin the rest of ruin your relationship with other professional clients, because maybe they come to the gym, they find you with a female client, and they think that the same thing you did with them is what you're doing with her. And now maybe that jealousy now starts to bring a lot of bad blood, and now they're causing issues, and you never know, you might actually even get kicked out of the gym, or things can start actually to go downhill for you.
There's happened with a lot of personal trainers though.
It has most definitely it has. It's not a good thing, it's once your kitu imeanza it's crazy. But the other thing we were speaking about is your story, the Gulf thing. I think we need someone to come and tell us. I think this is our industry, and I think guys, it's good that guys have information. Of course, it's not a good thing to have brain drain, but you and I can agree that the fitness industry is a bit saturated. You really have to rise up to the top
to
be able to actually get the quality clients at the top.
For sure.
Because there's a lot of guys taking less than a G to travel somewhere and train someone and all that. You traveled there, you came back, you spent time there, you spent your money, whether it's transport or whether it's fuel. It's quite competitive, and the reason for that is because there are a lot of guys who, some qualified, some not qualified, but there's a lot of guys who are already in the industry as it is, and they are getting in by the day.
Anyhow, you can't question somebody.
Yes.
Personal trainer.
Yes, exactly. So they are getting in by the day. So the industry is getting a bit saturated. So that is why you're finding guys trying to look for opportunities outside of the country, which we cannot blame them for. We totally understand. It's totally understandable for these guys to just go and look for greener pastures out there. But I think it's good that maybe someone gives us a bit of information on exactly how that looks.
Going, right?
Yeah, how that looks out there. Like, how is it training in, let's say, in Doha, in Kuwait, in Dubai, in those places? Like, how is it training clients there? How are guys actually making that back?
Are those guys paying?
Yes, are they actually paying? Because the general idea is that these guys are actually making mad bank. But I asked somebody, And they told me, no, that's a lie. They're not making bank. It's not true. What do you think? What do you think? What do you
I
think?
don't know. Maybe that person thought you want to borrow them money.
No. It's actually someone who's here.
Oh,
Yeah,
so they
someone
came
who's
back.
here.
They
And I was
came.
asking them, what do you think? Because me, I've spoken to someone who's there, and they have told me that, yo,
It's not bad.
down here, we are making bank. Yeah. Like they were like, yo, down here, you're going to make money.
making money.
You're going to make money. Like, we're talking,
Maybe
like,
it's also,
let's say someone tells you, like, they can easily make, like 500K.
a month.
Yeah.
That's good money. But I also think, looking at it, I think the industries, they are also becoming saturated.
Oh, yeah.
So again,
You
now
think
it's
they're
like-
getting
yeah,
saturated
it's
by
getting-
guys who are coming from Africa?
Exactly. So it's going down to how good you are.
Ah.
Yeah, I think it's getting there. You know,
The
it was
advantage that you have.
yeah. It used to be automatically once you go there, so long
You
as
get
you're
a
trainer,
job.
you're going to get money. I think now they have started now to go to like, what's your worth? What are you bringing to the table? That is the only time you're going to kill a big pack. Like somebody is so good, is not going to make same money. Somebody who just came in the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, that time it used to be there's a job come.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you are qualified
Yes.
as much.
Yes.
So long as they are saying they're paying this is what they're going to give you. I think now it's like there's a job, but you
Yeah.
actually have to be very good
Yeah.
to make a lot.
You
from
have to
this
have the
job.
qualifications,
Exactly.
probably the online following to market the gym.
Yeah.
All that, yeah.
I think it's getting there. So that is why some of them are like, it's not
Yeah.
very good for them.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the guys in the UAE, guys in Doha, guys in Kuwait. We need you guys to tell us. We need you guys to
Should
tell
we
us.
come there or do we just stay away from that place?
Tupambane na hali yetu hapa ama
Ama watudanganye wakuje and do crazy things here. They were like, they were like, you guys lied. There is this man by the name Papa Kels. You remember him? Yeah, he's in Dubai.
Yes,
Or
I think I know he's definitely in one of those Arab countries. I don't know which one exactly. Might be Doha, Kuwait, or might be Dubai. I'm not sure. Yeah,
maybe you can
some
tell
guys are
us-
also in Abu Dhabi.
You can tell us how it's going there.
Yeah, I think we can ask him. Yeah, a man like Papa Kells, reach out, man. Tell us. I mean, of course, this is someone who's he's a pro right now, right?
Yeah,
He's a pro.
he's already a pro.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, of course, it's, once you've competed and you've gone to that level, you can let us know. Are you making bank, bro? Are you
Do
making
you
bank?
have the back? Or do we come or
Do we
just,
come or do
do we just deal with our guy here?
tupambane na hali yetu? Tupambane na nabii. So, bro, it's been an amazing episode so far. So I want to wrap it up with a quick fire. All right. So, just easy questions. What's your favorite meal during prep?
During prep, this is sweet potatoes with coffee and fish.
And fish. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's a nice one, honestly. It's a good meal. It's a good meal, actually.
It's best meal of the day.
Yeah, I can imagine. What's your go-to cheat meal?
Cheat meal has to be burgers.
Burgers.
Yeah.
All right. How do you like your burger?
With a lot of cheese.
With a lot of cheese?
Yeah.
Like a double stack?
Yeah.
I'm a triple.
Double is good.
Double.
Triple might be a bit tricky on prep because most times usually maybe
No, I mean, this is the cheat, like,
on normal days.
Yeah.
Could be triple.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Best workout song right now? Like, what's a workout that gets you in the groove?
There's a song I used to play during prep called Storm is Coming.
R.
You
Kelly?
remember? No, Storm is Coming by Tommy Profit.
Tommy Prophet.
A Storm is Coming.
Oh, wait. Oh, Storm is Over is the one by R. Kelly.
Yeah, there is a
Storm is coming by
A Storm is Coming by Tommy Profit.
Tommy Prophet. I'll check that out. What kind of a song is it?
Yeah, it's like we are coming and we're not joking.
Is
Just
it-
know it's going to be stormy once.
Yeah.
It's like a storm is coming and tears will be lowering.
Yeah.
'cause we will be on fire.
Yeah. Okay, one word to describe how you felt winning the 2024 East Africa Physique title.
Fulfilled.
Fulfilled.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, bro. What's your least favorite body part to train?
I would say core,
Core.
but I had to train core hard.
Yeah, I
To be
know.
honest.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. And cardio, do you love it or hate it?
During off season, I stay away from cardio, but I love it when it's necessary.
Okay.
That is during prep. I
During prep.
do my cardio.
What kind of cardio do you do?
I prefer slow intensity cardio, so I most times do incline treadmill or Stairmaster if I
Or
have the
Stairmaster.
access to it. Yeah.
Okay. If you could train with any bodybuilder in the world, who will it be?
It has to be Sibam. There is nobody. The guy is quite outstanding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree. What's the first thing you do after sleeping off stage post competition?
First thing I do after
What's the first thing you do after stepping off stage post competition?
post competition,
Yeah.
soda.
Soda.
Yeah, I took 3 liters of soda after that.
That day.
Same day, less than 2 hours.
Ah, shit, I can imagine. You've been craving that sugar, eh?
Uh,
All right. One hobby or interest outside of bodybuilding that people might not know about you.
Football, going hand in hand with playing pool.
You're good at pool?
I play pool. You can ask the guys that know me.
Oh, that's crazy. We also play pool, even
Oh,
Papa. Yeah, whoop these guys
nice.
ass though.
Maybe one of these days.
Aitandika him, Kabuti, 7 balls, bana.
I love playing pool a lot. Yeah. It's quite an interesting game.
It's a nice game.
Yeah.
It's a nice game. It's a nice game. All right. What was the last one? We have the last one here, which is if you aren't a bodybuilder, what will you do?
If I wasn't a bodybuilder, that would mean I was also not a coach.
Like if you had a different career path to choose.
That would be crazy. I've never thought about it.
Yeah.
But I think I would do football. But I don't know if I'll be a pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the funny part.
Because I mean, the same dedication it takes, it's the same dedication it takes with football. You just need to train. Just need to train as hard as you can,
Yeah, but you see, football, you can't control the dynamics of the whole game. We are 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are,
But also you can control the dynamics of how good of a player you are.
Yeah.
So if you are a very good player, then what means is you're going to move up the ranks, which you're going to be discovered, and then you're going to now you'll be taken to a good team where like everybody is a top performer. There's a good keeper, there's good defenders, good strikers. You're in the midfield, you're doing a good job. I guess everything
you still rise. You still rise. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So you are of course a coach, and you're taking on clients. Are you taking on clients? You're fully booked right now?
At the moment, I'm taking on clients.
You're taking on some clients.
Yeah.
Okay. And where's your location? Where are you doing your thing right now?
My main location is Zeal Fitness.
Zeal Fitness.
Yeah.
Where's the location of Zeal Fitness?
Maroroi, Bypass Road.
Bypass. This is Eastern? No, Western.
No, Northern. Bypass. Yeah.
Oh, the Northern Bypass. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Northern Bypass.
The Northern Bypass.
All right.
Yeah.
Near Shaki.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zeal Gym.
Yeah.
This is where you're training. This is where you're doing your coaching. Yeah, you're training other clients there.
This is basically it's my home. I would say that
it's your home gym.
Find me. Yeah, that is my home gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So of course, if you're looking to train, if you're looking to get some coaching, make sure you hit up man like Joe Reaper. He's going to be in Zeal Fitness, Northern Bypass. If that's your area, if that's your locality, and you're watching us, make sure you hit him up. I mean, of course, as you can tell, if the guy is the East African Physique Champion, he definitely knows a thing or two about getting in shape, about transforming, and about getting in the best shape of your life. So make sure you hit him up. We have his Instagram handle down here. You can also hit him up, and you can always just send him a DM. I'm sure your DMs are not too full to respond.
To training.
Yeah.
To training.
To training. Yes. Make sure you wait. Make sure you're hitting him. Make sure you're hitting him up about training. Ladies, please. Although the interesting thing is sometimes they usually say that when you're a very good bodybuilder with a very good body, most of the DMs that you actually receive are from men.
Yeah, guys are like, how did you do that? How did you do that, bro?
Yeah. Now there's guys who are like, hey, you're looking good. Like, what advice do you have? Genuine, which is good. You can point guys in the right direction and all of that. But then again, there's guys from the other team who are like,
very, very. Those guys also need a beating.
Yeah, they're those guys from the other team now. They're like, hey, are you straight?
What's up?
Can Can we have cocktails?
Can we meet up? I think they are overtaking the straight guys.
They were taking the straight
We
guys.
need to do something.
We need to do
They are
something.
overtaking the straight guys.
Oh shit, man! Wow, it's been an amazing episode. Thank you for pulling up to the Liftcast, bro.
Thanks for
I
having
really
me.
appreciate. Once again, Matt, congratulations, man, on your win for the East Africa physique category in Mr. and Miss East Africa bodybuilding contest, which was just concluded about 2 weeks ago. It's about 2 weeks ago. It's about a week and a half now, right? Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've watched so far, you are a real G. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Thank you so much for rocking with the Liftcast, for rocking with me, man like Doctore. I'm of course here with man like Joe Ripper. You know, it's been an amazing time. And you know, make sure you subscribe to the channel, share, make sure you comment, leave some comments down there. I mean, we've spoken about a lot of things. Kama kuna kitu nasikia imekuguza roho mahali, nataka kutuambia about 1 or 2, 3 things about how you think and how you see things, ongea, fungua roho. Tuambie kama unaona guys in Gulf are making mad bank, and maybe we need to start thinking about heading down there. Let us know. You know, if you other topics as well about, you know, the ladies in the gym, people saying that ladies in the gym are looking like men because they've been lifting weights and everything. You know, give us your views. Give us your views. I mean, we'd love to, of course, hear from you. And if you're looking for some mad drip, you definitely know about Lyft Apparel. www.lyftapparel.co.ke. We are the best in locally made athleisure, and we do a lot of custom designs as well. If you need a full custom design for your family, for your friends, for, you know, for even a business, just hit us up. Hit us up. 0792829995 is where we are at, and trust me, our quality is top tier. We are talking about the best in Kenyan made athleisure. And finally, without forgetting, last but not least, this podcast is produced and directed and delivered to you by Sound Supply KE. So if you have an event, private or corporate, hit us up for sound, DJ, photography, and videography. We are the best when it comes down to that. So if you have a wedding or a show, birthday, graduation, whatever it might be, even an end of year office party, hit us up. We'll bring the bash to you. I'll see you. And of course, if you're looking to produce a podcast, we are also doing that for you as well. 0726 116 154. I have been the Doctore. I've been here with man like Joe Ripper. It's been an amazing time. And up until next time, asanteni sana. Adios.